Yeah, I should probably get a recap.
Okay, so I remember every detail about that session. I don't know why I do. I just happen to remember every single detail. So we began on the plane. We were getting sort of prepped by John Doe for a little bit before Soma. I keep getting their two names confused. Soma pulls out a map. And we begin essentially prepping a location for our hideout, figure out where we want to go, what is the best tactical spot for our hideout. After some talking and planning out, discovering what our plan is, discussing what our plan is, Soma specifically asks John Doe for specific supplies that we need if our hideout is going to have radio equipment as well as stuff for his gun, because he likes the mafia theme. After they land, they scout the place out a little bit, see if it's safe. It's a pretty ghetto area, so no one seems to be too interested in their activities. So they head into the store with a slight altercation with the clerk because they had no idea what the fuck we were talking about. John Doe walks in and helps us out. We go inside. Soma checks the radio equipment, tunes it a bit, make sure it's working properly. I think everyone ate before we headed out. Once we did, we stopped at a local clothing store, got our clothes together. Soma got his Sherlock Holmes hat and a jacket. And everyone else got their things. I don't remember what everyone else got. I think Douglas got a flannel. Afterwards, we took pictures around the city, investigated. Soma wanted to go to Tokyo Tower to investigate, get a good look at the academy. And afterwards, they headed back, in which case Soma wanted to call the officer, which Katya took over on that front, and convinced the officer to meet with us. We head to a bar later that night. At that bar, we
Quick question,
meet up
which
with...
bar did you go to? Because there were 5 options, and I need to know.
Panic sessions. Third session panic. Fucking pictures.
What?
I'm sorry, I just clicked on the fucking session panic shit. What the fuck is happening?
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Apollyon was just trying to open a portal to hell. Don't stress it.
Why is it say E?
What? Oh, E. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
So,
I'll explain later.
I don't actually remember what bar it was. I don't think I paid attention to that.
Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
So we meet up with the officer who... Cat, don't put your claws on my leg. Cat, you little shit.
Oh god.
What are you doing? Cat, pulling away while your claw's stuck in my pants is not gonna make it come out. Hold on, I think I need to open the door for her. Oh, fuck. Alright. I just got lacerated by my cat.
So this is between Kaji and Soma trying to keep them alive while they do some fuck shit.
Tell me that's wrong, though.
It's not. It's not.
That would be the face
Okay.
Douglas makes too, to be fair.
Just fucking. Just done with it. Just done with it all.
So Soma and Douglas discuss with the officer while the other 3 decide to just chill around the bar. Well, Eliza was with Douglas, but the other 2 were walking around the bar. Douglas, actually, I remember going AFK for about 10 minutes, or 5-10 minutes during that. So during that
How do you
section,
remember that I died?
because it was only me talking to the officer for about
Yeah,
8 minutes.
it was a hot minute. You were just
Yeah.
interrogating this poor guy.
That's right. I was fucking talking to Schaefer for
Yeah.
30 minutes. Because he came home.
I don't
Like, hey,
remember
bro.
if that was
Yeah.
when you started talking to Schaefer or not, but
Yeah.
I think so. I think that was around the time. where
No,
was
I specifically remember him talking about dildo weapons.
okay, yeah, dildo weapons. There we go.
Yeah, yeah. That's a
Yeah,
very
yeah.
specific memory. But anyway, so
I'm like, I snort 22
like I specifically remember the quote. They like it's a dildo that you throw and explodes into smaller dildos that just keep
Oh,
on
That's right.
exploding into
God.
smaller dildos.
That's right.
Yeah, so that was a
Like, I
very
miss that
specific.
dude.
Yeah, that's a core memory now.
No, I haven't seen Schaefer in like a half a year now.
Half a year. It's only been like 4 months since that session.
I don't fucking know what time it is anymore, Dylan.
It
Alright?
was
fair,
in
you've been
June!
underwater.
Yo! It was in June!
It could be like fucking January of next year, and I still would just be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, granted, time is kind of a lost concept when you're
It can
underwater for
literally,
weeks at a time.
it can be like, if today was my birthday, I would probably not even know.
Your
like-
birthday is in. Your birthday is
10 days.
July 17th? Or is it?
That's my mom's. My mom's birthday is the 18th,
Oh, okay.
and then
Your
my birthday is
birthday-
the 21st.
Yes,
And
the
then
21st, so 11
Fucking
days.
one of my buddies' birthdays is on the 28th, so we're gonna
Damn.
get fucking wasted when we pull back into fucking Yoko. It's gonna be fun.
So, yeah, after Soma discusses with the police officer, gets all the case file information, which I have put all onto a document.
Yep.
Which, hold on, I need to clear my tabs. I have all my players' character sheets up.
Speaking of which, I should probably find my shit
Yeah,
on Google.
you should probably do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's a good
If
idea.
I even have it anymore.
You
Hopefully.
should.
Trust me,
You
it
should.
still exists, because it's a
Yeah.
Google Doc and I own it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All
This
right.
one? Yes, this one.
Okay. So, need to close Spotify. I no longer have Spotify Premium, and it's sad.
Gross.
I'm broke.
Why don't you have it?
I'm broke as shit, bro. I have been literally like scrounging up pennies for the last month.
Homeboy doesn't even have AC right now. Leave him alone.
You
Yeah,
have fucking AC, Dylan?
that's not my fault. The AC doesn't work. We have 3 fans in my room, so that's plenty enough. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, I got the case file information. I got everything I needed on there. It's a pretty long document.
Mhm.
Actually, it's got a lot of information. And afterwards, after the police officer leaves, we rally together, and Soma goes back to the table where Sadie is, getting drunk and flirting, not flirting, but just getting drunk with the rest of the girls, and then I think the rest of the girls flirted with Soma. I don't remember.
There was a lot of flirting going on, but I don't remember who was doing what.
I don't know, everyone was drunk. So, Soma was there, and eventually, things happened. I think Soma left for like 2 minutes and then came back, and Siri was, or not Siri, but one of the girls was crying in the hallway with Sadie. So, Soma speaks with her for a minute, gets some information, and then makes a deal with the girl, saying if you are ever in danger, then I will come to your aid immediately. He made that deal. And then, what is it? I'm trying to think. Afterwards, I think after all that's done, we learned about the masked man that is currently moonlighting at bars and is potentially the culprit behind the kidnappings. We head back home and sort of collaborated our information together before Soma got on the computer and started cross-referencing all of the information he gathered and found the exact location where some of the girls are being kept. Mostly dead, except for one. And we go to investigate. We go down, we end up splitting up. It was Katya, Douglas, and Eliza go, I think they went south, and then Soma and Sadie went north. Pretty sure that's the directions. Eliza, Douglas, and Katya find the corpses of all of the younger women inside of the rooms. They gathered some of their belongings as proof. And eventually Soma and Sadie found a body inside a drain hole where Soma contacted Douglas, told him to get here immediately, while the other two tried to save him. Save her.
And then each other.
Yeah, and then each other launched this whole rescue operation, and eventually a storm rolled in, causing the place to flood. Soma told Douglas to get the girl out of there, which he does using one of his last blinks, and then Soma semi-sacrifices himself to let the others escape, freezing all of the water in the area around him.
I dig you out.
Yeah, you guys dug me out, and we all barely managed to escape.
It broke.
Yeah, Sadie ended up going missing for a little bit, but then they found her, which was pure luck on our end, I'm pretty sure. And then the next morning, we all wake up. Soma took a heavy hit of damage, as did Douglas, though Soma has scarring now. And then, let me think. We talk with Siri for a bit, find out she is a celestial, and then after some time, Soma got into a bit of a intellectual battle with John Doe. Makes a deal with him, basically saying, "I will get what you want, but only if I get what I want." And then I think that's where session ended. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, and you like harassed John Doe at the very end about
Yeah.
wanting like something from him.
Something.
Oh yeah, an outfit. Yeah, it's specifically an outfit.
Someone's just looking for the drip.
Fucking weird.
yeah.
Y'all are weird as hell.
He wants the drip.
I can't deal with you.
What's more important, information or the drip?
The drip.
The drip. Let's go.
The specifics of the deal, I prefaced it in a very specific way. He will get his sisters for the organization and John Doe, but in exchange for information. If Soma doesn't get what he wants, then he will not get what he wants. Then John Doe won't get what he wants. So that is the very specific term of the deal.
I don't recall John Doe shaking your hand, though.
He did.
He did?
He eventually, yeah, he did. I did convince him to shake Soma's hand.
I thought he avoided that.
No, he said, "I will regret," and he told me I'll regret it, and I said, "We'll see about that," and then he shook. Yes.
Weird. Okay, so we're gonna start out in y'all's hideout. I'm not gonna make you roll for it because there's two of you. You guys can wake up at your leisure. You are both sore as hell. Y'all look like shit. Everyone in this group looks like shit. I would say Siri is probably the worst of you. She is not conscious. She is right where you left her. And even though she is asleep, she is sleeping fitfully. Looks like bad dreams that she is fated not to wake up from. At this time, Sadie is up making you guys something in the kitchen. Might be coffee, who fucking knows at this point. Eliza is also still asleep. If I'm remembering correctly, she got pretty banged up as well. As did Kat. I'm trying to recall.
I don't think... Kat did come with us. I don't think she got...
with you. Kat almost drowned. Multiple times.
Yeah, she almost drowned. But I don't... Because she almost got swept away by the water, right? But I don't think she got physically hurt. Neither did...
She didn't... Yeah, she didn't take much damage. It was all
Neither
mostly...
did,
it was mostly
Eliza, if I remember. I don't think they took much physical, like, harm.
The people who took the most damage was Douglas, Sadie, and Soma.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, so you guys are the ones that are looking pretty banged up. I would say Eliza and Kat just used up a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I can imagine.
Katya is nowhere to be seen. Eliza is still asleep. What would you guys like to do?
Lay in bed longer.
Soma is beat the fuck up. So he's still going to go to the couch and he's going to just review everything he knows, just pull out all of his paperwork. I don't know what Doug is doing. He's actually gonna look back at Doug and he's gonna say, "How are you?"
Tired.
Yeah,
You.
about the same.
Yeah, I could figure.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna lay in this bed a little longer.
You get your rest.
Feels good.
Is there anything we need to be doing today specifically?
Specifically,
More and more investigating. I'm not sure what exactly.
we could always ask what happened with the girl we saved. Ask her some questions on how she got there and everything.
True.
Yeah, we should probably, yeah, let's get a head start on doing that.
Yeah, let's do that. Where are the girls?
Which
Eliza's
ones?
still-
You hear Sadie say from the kitchen.
Well, there's one head. Where's the other two heads?
Katya's not with me. Eliza's still asleep.
Alright. I think I know where Katya is. He will
She's probably
head.
talking with that one girl.
He's gonna go upstairs.
Yeah, so before you even like get out the door, you hear Katya chattering
Yeah.
nonsensically.
Yeah, I remember specifically that she tripped and fell over him on the stairs the night before, so.
Yeah.
So, he's going to head upstairs.
You head upstairs.
Look out. Yeah, he's gonna say, Katya, are you? Yeah, I know you're out here. I don't know why I'm going to ask.
She is still chattering.
Yeah. Katya!
What? You hear her yell from somewhere in the convenience store.
Wait, I'm trying to gather everybody. Where's Siri?
Siri was in bed still. She was asleep.
Okay. Yeah, he says, I'm trying to gather everybody, make sure everyone is present and not missing.
That sounds like a you problem.
It is a very much me problem. It seems like every time I look away for 5 seconds, somebody dies.
You hear another voice from upstairs. Would you please take this child out of my personal space? Katya goes, you love it. She just sighs.
Katya, come on. Get down here.
Aww.
I yell up to Soma, Soma, do you need help getting Katya down here?
Yes.
You hear just a massive sigh. Douglas finally gets out of bed and does this whole stretching routine real quick before he heads up.
You are now at the top of the stairs with Soma, who is apparently yelling into the convenience store at Katya.
Douglas just rubs one of his eyes as he starts walking through the aisles trying to find Kat.
She is not in any of the aisles.
Soma, where the hell's Kat?
I heard her.
You heard her,
I talked to her briefly.
but you didn't see her.
No.
You know, hearing voices is usually considered a mental problem. You hear from the front of the convenience store.
I only hear them every so often.
I believe
That's
you
not-
lost something, Kyoko says. She is currently chewing gum and flipping through the pages of what looks to be a manga behind the counter.
Katya, get over here.
You follow, and both of you get to the counter, and behind the counter, Katya is laying on the floor with her feet up the wall, in a right angle,
Yeah.
and she is also reading a manga. Where she got it, you don't know. You also don't know how she's reading Japanese, but she's back there against
When-
the wall, upside down, reading and chewing gum, much like Kyoko.
When did you learn Japanese?
She doesn't say anything. She just peers over the edge of the manga at you.
I just walk around the counter, pick up Kat, and just hold her, and I fucking not the fireman carry, but the fucking
The cargo
the
hold.
one arm. Yeah, cargo holder.
She's just hanging there limply, and she goes, "Aw, man." Kyoko goes, "Great. Now I can get back to doing." She flips a page. Nothing.
Well, you have fun doing that. We're gonna go downstairs.
Alright, Soma heads downstairs.
I slowly follow Soma.
Uh-huh.
You guys make it down the stairs. So, Douglas, you hear crunching.
What kind of crunching?
Crunching.
I like look down at Cat.
You don't know where she got them, but she is now holding, like, multiple bags of chips that she's eating. She's just still hanging in the cargo hold, holding the chips, eating them slowly.
with Douglas's other hand, he just kind of rubs at his face as he's walking down the stairs.
That's going on your art list, Dylan. I need the cargo hold while Katya's eating something.
I'll work it out. I still need to draw Katya. I have been practicing drawing children.
I'm so excited. Anyway, yeah, all of you are
I just
downstairs.
have the one drawing of Katya.
You're the only one that's drawn Katya, Cyrus.
Yeah.
That's good.
Surprisingly.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find.
I was obligated to. I was like, she's my kid. I should probably draw my kid.
Yeah. What is it? I'm trying to find ambient music to play while we're doing this.
I have my Twitch playlist playing.
Fucking Guam. Jesus.
What?
You know I'm in Guam right now, right?
Yeah, are you good?
Yeah, no, like, I looked outside like 10 minutes ago, sunny. 10 minutes before that, raining. Right now, raining.
So, Florida,
Yeah.
basically.
It's also
ghetto.
Reno. Yeah.
It's ghetto. It's
Also
ghetto
Kansas.
fucking, but it's ghetto Hawaii. That's what
Great.
Guam is.
That's fair.
Amazing. Yeah, so you guys are all downstairs. Eliza has finally woken up, and she is, in the kitchen, helping Sadie. Siri is still unconscious.
How should we wake up Siri?
You know, it'd be funny, Soma, if I just put Katya on her.
That may just work. Katya, are you up for waking her up?
I would like to advise you, Sadie starts moving something around in the skillet, that she has multiple broken bones all over her body and almost died twice.
Yeah, everyone's done that.
Yeah, pretty amateur to be honest.
Sadie just
She'll
sighs.
get, she'll get over it.
Yeah.
I just like hold Katya like outwards with two arms, just like, do you want to put you on Sadie or Siri?
This seems like a bad idea, Katya says with a mouthful of chips. Let's do
I break a few bones at least every week.
It's like the Lion King, just like with the two arms underneath their fucking arms.
To the circle of life.
I mean, I break a few bones and almost die about every week. It's nothing new.
Yeah, same. I mean,
Yeah, but she's not a demon, Katya says, looking at you.
Neither is he, mostly.
Yeah, but he's got issues, she says, squinting at you, Douglas.
what do
Hey.
you mean by issues?
She
Let's be
points
real
at
here.
your arm where you have frequently cut to test your level of black blood.
Yeah,
I need to rename my
I don't.
profile, so-
Wait, so when did Douglas start cutting his arms to test his black blood?
Oh,
You've
that was
done
a while
that
ago.
multiple times. When you were, like when you first got infected, like when you were first dealing with Eliza, you guys tested yourselves for black blood really often, and it got to be that you would use the same cut and you tied a piece of your flannel over it on your arm, which is why you've always had that piece of flannel on your arm in the art that you've drawn.
Mhm.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So like when Dylan did it, I thought it was just like a cool like fucking like just part of the the drawing. I was like, okay, that's cool.
This
And
is
so
actually a thing.
in my drawing, no, the reason why I did it, and in my drawing, I drew the second one because the first one was the red one and the second one was the green one that I got back in the camp.
Which,
So
I mean,
drew it.
it makes sense because you're also, you want it to look like an art piece, not like you're trying to hide something. So that
Like a
makes
memento
perfect
almost.
sense. Yeah. And I mean, you've done the same thing for Katya. You've given her a piece of flannel or some kind of bracelet made out of your flannel to cover hers because she has also been cut multiple times in the same spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In response to Katya saying because you're a demon, I'm just like, to be fair, she's a pink-haired girl, and let's be honest, these days people with pink hair don't honestly get the best lives.
She squints at you.
I mean, let's
It
be
was
real
just
here.
the clapping.
Let's be real. These days, people with pink hair kind of get the shit end of the stick.
Ain't that the truth? Sadie says.
And
I
well,
don't know. People who have blue on them seem to have it just as bad, Eliza says next to her.
that is also true. And it's crazy because we happen to be the only ones from the old party who had these shades of hair.
Yeah, I don't have wacky, wild colors of hair like you guys.
Katya
Yeah.
shoves another handful of chips into her mouth and goes, "So are we doing this?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems funny.
Uh-huh.
Funny enough.
Yeah.
I just like, I walk, still Lion King hold, and I slowly put Katya on Siri.
Crazy how just one bloodline ended up causing all people with pink hair to suffer this way.
Katya is sitting on Siri's abdomen, eating chips, staring down at her. And surprisingly, Siri does not wake up. Katya is staring at her, and then she slowly reaches into the bag, grabs a chip, and starts, like, poking it underneath Siri's nose. And, like, holding it there under her nose and kind of brushing it against the, like, the strip between the two nostrils. And her eyes slowly open, and then they open really wide, and she's just staring at Katya.
I think it works, Soma.
What's up?
Alright.
Katya says and shoves another handful of chips into her mouth. Siri
Huh.
looks around in confusion.
Hi. Douglas, I'm failing to remember. What do we need to ask her about specifically?
Where am I? She says.
Well, we talked not that long ago. Remember the whole you being a celestial thing and
What are
You
you
know.
talking about?
what?
She's like half awake still, and she probably like doesn't feel too good.
I guess.
You want-
Hello, Earth to Siri. Remember, you are a animal, celestial animal,
need-
space tiger, or whatever the fuck you are. I
Do you
don't
need some
know.
coffee? Or like some sort of drink? Maybe some food?
She looks confused.
I want to picture just like me and Soma are just like talking over each other, just fucking like.
Have you guys seen that gif of Ryan Reynolds and Robert Downey Jr. and they're sitting with their legs crossed and they're like, hi. Yeah, you're probably wondering what's going on. Like, that's you two
Yeah.
at Siri right
Yeah.
now.
Do you need some like food from the kitchen or like a drink, some coffee?
I could go for a drink.
Like,
Water?
alright. Walk over to the little kitchen area. Grab like I just try to find a glass of some sort, fill it up with like tap water.
It's pretty easy to do. You come back with water. Katya is still sitting on top of her. Siri has not moved. Siri seems very frightened and confused.
I just give her the glass of water and then I cargo hold Katya again to get her off. I just like pick her up.
Ah,
Just, like, bring
man.
her back
She
to the bed.
says,
I
still,
like bring her back to the bed and like put her down on the bed.
she just sits there, crosses her legs, and continues eating her chips. Starts in on another bag. Siri
So-
takes a drink and tries to sit up and winces heavily, nearly spilling the contents of the glass.
what do you remember? Do you even remember who we are? Or
How did you get to the sewer?
well, I figured that part out. I know why she was there. She was
Did you?
kidnapped.
Oh yeah, that's
But
right.
um,
Yeah.
do what do you remember over the last week?
What do you remember of last night?
She sits there, tries to process, and now she looks panicked. I don't know. I
That's
don't
not good.
remember last night. What day is it?
That's
I
a good
don't
question.
know.
What day is it?
I also don't know.
It is currently Wednesday.
Okay. The date?
I don't fucking know. The actual
But
date and
it's
time.
Wednesday.
Give me a month. Give me a month and I'll just come up with a date.
Fucking Jesus.
It's July, baby.
I feel like this would have occurred in like June or July, honestly, because I feel
July
like the
12th, Wednesday.
the last session you guys had, I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out dates at some point. All you know is it's Wednesday. That's the important thing.
I'll just go
Well,
July 12th, Wednesday.
This is completely off topic, but how far have you guys gotten in like the Russian shit?
We have. I don't even think we finished the first half.
You're
But,
not
like,
even
how-
close to the first half. You're gonna be in this for a
How-
very long time.
How many months though from where like the point in time where I am to the point in time where they're at? How much of a time difference is it?
You're gonna find out.
There's a big time difference.
There are people you can talk to during this session that can give you updates on what is currently happening in Russia right now if you find them.
All right.
So you can answer your own questions.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
Am I back? Like, am I previous? Like, I don't know. Never mind. Fuck it. Never mind.
I'll say, yeah. He's going to say it is. It's
Wednesday.
It's July 12th, Wednesday.
So she sits up again despite the pain, bracing herself against you guys are in there's bunk beds lining the walls if you guys remember. She sits up and kind of braces herself on the metal rack behind her, and blood immediately begins gushing from several of her wounds as she does this, and out of her nose, and she kind of grips the side of her head. What do you mean? I've been out for 5 days?
It's
That's
been
how
a
long
bit
she
of.
was missing for, right? Soma? It was 5 days.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Do you remember our last conversation at all?
I don't know who you are.
Let me. I'm gonna try to really tiredly fucking try to heal her.
I think we spoke to the Celestial and not her.
I think so. Let me try to heal her so she doesn't fucking bleed out or some shit like that.
All right. While you're being healed, would you like me to brief you on the whole situation?
Yes.
All right. So now.
Oh.
You,
Douglas, I would like you to roll a perception check as you go to heal her. I will also say you rested, so you have your full AP back.
Okay. Cool. Do I hopefully have a dice app? Yeah.
Google exists. Literally, you can type it into Google, and Google will do it
Oh
for
no,
you.
I have a dice app. That's like 2 megabytes. Fine. I rolled a 14.
Okay, you go in. What are you looking at on her specifically?
I just wanted to try to use like revitalize nature on her.
So you're kind of focusing in on the worst wounds, and as you're using revitalize nature, you notice the ones on her body, the worst ones are beginning to close up, the ones that are gushing blood, but that nosebleed bothers you. And as you're starting to look more at her face, you see dark bruising all along the sides of her face, and it looks like through pieces of her bright pink hair, you can see that the bruising spiders along her skull. And it looks like there are at least 2 knots in different places on the side of her head.
Like I stop, like I hold up on using revitalize nature, and I like before using it, I just kind of want to examine. I kind of like, all right, so this is just like, do you mind if I move your head so I can properly examine you?
I guess not.
I like start moving her head around to like look at all the bruising, like very carefully.
It's bruised, and there are spots on her scalp that have actually been split open. And it looks like something blunt caused this. Like, this was not an accident.
Holy shit. You're that's probably why you don't fucking remember anything.
Would you like to look at her eyes?
I like kind of like move back, like to look at her eyes. I like I try to like find a little flashlight or something, like my phone or anything.
Yeah. So you kind of do the eye test on her, and her pupils do not dilate at the same level.
So
That is really not good.
I think I'm starting to get the situation.
Here, someone, give me one sec.
Okay.
Do you feel like dizzy at all?
She nods. As she nods, another stream of blood comes out of her nose.
Shit. What kind of, do you have like a throbbing headache as well?
She nods again.
Did the light hurt?
She nods again. She just keeps
Okay.
nodding at this point.
Well, someone, I think she has a fucking horrible concussion.
And I think we were talking to the Celestial before, not her. The Celestial was a lot more confident in her speech, despite the injuries.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I'm remembering, yeah.
So...
I wasn't very shaky about it.
Yeah, Siri, yeah, is your name. Would you like me to explain the situation to you? What's been going on over the last several weeks?
You said
Also,
I was
lie down so I
kidnapped.
can properly use revitalize nature on you.
She
I can feel
is
it.
very eager to lay back down. That's not difficult.
How does she respond?
So you said I was kidnapped. I think I remember.
Yes. You were at the bar with some friends of yours, one of them specifically that I met. And, well, let's say there were some unlikely suspects that came to hurt you.
Why?
While they're talking, I'm gonna try to rip up a floorboard.
A floorboard?
Yeah, so
The
I don't
floor's
completely destroy
concrete!
Fuck. Well, the concrete's about to get destroyed. I like looked at, like, Douglas looks at the ground, he's just like, fuck. Alright. I rolled a 3 for how many vines, and I roll a... Oh, that's a D10. I roll a 5. So 15. Or 3 and 5. Something like that.
Okay. I would say that it starts to work.
Okay.
Cool. I want to put one of the veins around, or one of the vines around her head.
Uh-huh.
I like around, like, what's up? We hear you. Like, kind of like around her temple, and like a headband almost. The one around her torso, and I guess 2 around the torso.
Okay. Yeah, so you do that, and they slowly start their work. She seems a little... Actually, she doesn't seem this surprised. It's not freaking her out, which is weird to you, because a lot of people react very oddly when you try to heal them like that.
Yeah. Just like, you're taking this alright? You're not freaking out? That's good, I think.
It's not my first time getting healed.
She says awkwardly.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway,
Whatever.
well, yes, there were some unlikely characters that came to harm you for reasons that involve.
Reasons?
Well, he was gonna elaborate, but he's not sure how he should approach that elaboration. So he's gonna say there are people that happen to look a lot like yourself that they are after, and you ended up being the wrong target.
Because you have pink hair.
Shush. Because you happen to look a lot like a specific person. And for 5 days, you were in an underground aqueduct with many others like yourself in that situation, and you happened to be the lucky one. We found you thanks to I believe was your partner, who we found at a bar.
May, is she alright?
She's okay. Worried sick about you, but I promised her we would find you. And, well, thankfully I was able to keep that promise.
You can't tell her. You can't tell her anything. There's an almost visceral change. Her eyes begin to glow. Just a little bit. It's this odd kind of reddish purple color.
You don't want us to tell your partner about the horrible shit that happened to you?
You don't understand. If she knows, and they find out she knows, they'll kill her.
That's not great.
Thank you
She
for healing
knows
me.
that she knows you're okay, or
They can't know that Siri is alive.
oh, so we're talking to. Oh, okay, all right. So we haven't talked in a minute. How are you? Not Siri.
You say not Siri?
Mm-hmm.
I've been better. She sits up. You see that reddish purple glow is in her eyes, and it's almost like there's this kind of dusty glow that has formed around her eyes, almost like little pieces of sand floating.
You seem a lot
Do you
more
mind if I
receptive.
examine your head again so I can see if at least most things got healed up?
Feel free.
You seem a lot more receptive to the situation, so it's nice that I'm getting to talk to you.
I did my best to shield her from the experiences the last few days.
Do I see like any major bruising or bumps anymore?
Most of it has healed up. From what you can tell with your healing. I mean, there's a good chance she's still concussed, because that's not
No, she
something
probably
you
still
can
is.
easily heal.
No.
But the superficial wounds are all closed up now.
Is there any like extra pairs of sunglasses in the hideout?
Are you saying this out loud?
Yes. Or
Don't
not out
worry
loud.
about her eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll okay.
Yeah.
I can shield her from the light. It's quite alright.
So,
Okay.
you seem to know some things about what happened the past few days. Would you be free to enlighten us?
I'm
About
not
your
sure
experience.
how much help I'll be.
Any information is good information.
Siri recedes into herself when she becomes scared, oftentimes, and I take over.
I've seen that a million times.
So, most of the time I can watch what's going on when she's conscious. However, a lot of it I missed. The first few days, you said today is Wednesday.
Yes.
Yes, Wednesday.
I have no recollection of Sunday or Monday. Tuesday, I remember the dark. She's terrified of the dark.
I see.
There were sounds echoing. It sounded like combat. It was odd in such a cold, clammy, and dark, wet place to hear that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
There were others, but the day you found us, well, their voices had stopped.
Hmm. Okay.
I would like to know if there was anything at all. Do you remember?
Remember how you ended up there?
You would have to ask Siri.
Do you remember the assailants?
Unfortunately, no.
That's
Siri
fine.
was hit from behind. She didn't get a good look at anyone.
Were there any of the people who captured you inside of the place everyone was being locked up in?
I don't recall.
I see. Was there anything, even if it sounded unimportant, that you heard? Any
We're
details?
asking one of the girls. They wanted to know what her abilities were.
I recall that information.
The girl didn't want to comply. I didn't hear her voice after that.
I think I may have a theory as to who exactly they're looking for.
Yeah, same.
A foreigner with pink hair, I'd assume. She kind of scoffs at you.
In a way, yes. My sister, not so much a foreigner.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's not really a foreigner.
I'm the odd one of the trio of siblings. Well, I
Is that
guess
too
I
much?
would.
I think that's a little too much information.
Yeah, she's squinting at you.
It's still vague enough. Regardless,
Saying that's
why was it that you were the only one who was not with the other corpses and in the bottom of a drain hole?
They took two of us out. The girl that was being tested, if you will. I managed to roll Siri out of their hands and down into that pit.
I figured. There was signs of a
Whoever had
struggle.
her, they weren't too willing to come down to try and get us.
I figured you would drown.
They did.
Yes, there was signs of a struggle as soon as I saw that area you were at. I figured that you were the one to attempt to escape.
I tried to protect us.
all you can really do.
I'm just glad I could make my promise, and I learned a few things, at least.
Like
And
freeze yourself in a block of ice.
well, that just kind of
Not to
happened on
dig
a
your
whim.
ass out.
Yeah. There was a lot of water there, it just happened.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of water.
Now,
Um,
well, since
since
doesn't...
they can't know that Siri's alive, what are you gonna do then?
Yeah, what should we do with you? Should we afford you refuge, or...
The best thing
to get us out of the country as quickly as possible.
I think I know somebody who can do that.
And I don't think he's going to be compliant.
Yes, but, well,
I don't know where we'd go. Going back home, we came here seeking refuge. Just don't send us back to the States, whatever you do. I can't see that man again. I can't let her see that man again.
that man?
He's absolutely insane. He's the reason we're like this.
Of whom are you referring to?
Like,
Dr. Atchison.
Doctor, I think...
You
I
have
heard
heard this name before.
Yeah.
Would you
Yeah,
like
and-
to roll a memory check?
Yes, and I think I know which doctor exactly. Yeah, I'm going to roll memory. Just to
Who
be
do you
mindful.
think it is before you roll?
Well, I remember in the initial concepts for Apollyon, a doctor was specifically involved with him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just rolled a natural 20 for memory, so...
Okay,
God.
so with that nat 20, I am going to tell you this. There is a current companion of your party whose last name you don't use hardly ever.
Hmm?
It is Liam.
I was about to say, isn't it Liam?
Atchison.
Mm-hmm.
Douglas, you've met Liam's father, and you've seen the reaction that caused in him.
Have I met his father?
Yes, I think. Well, maybe not. Was it you who
I
met Atchison, or was it Pridwin who...
It was Pridwin, I think.
Was it Pridwin? Okay, so you didn't meet Atchison, it was totally Pridwin. Yeah, Dr. Atchison, for meta-knowledge for you, I'm sure Soma would have filled you in on this, or somebody would have, probably Eliza, actually, that he came after Katya, and he wanted her to experiment on. And Pridwin basically kept that from happening. Pridwin and Iger and Liam and somebody else.
I think he also might have came after Sadie. If
It might have been Sadie, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it had to do with the Black Blood, so...
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Eliza probably would have filled you in on that's why she trusts Pridwin with Katya. Because Pridwin has saved her ass multiple times, and that was one of them. So yes, the name Dr. Atchison should send a chill up both of your spines.
Atchison has an interest in you, huh?
Interest.
And I believe I've heard Apollyon mention something about a good doctor once.
I mean, shit, we fucking, Liam. His last name is Atchison.
The boy with the mask?
Him, yes.
I remember him.
What do you remember?
I remember he used to come into the lab to meet with the little boy in the cage. I think they were related.
What? There's a
Little boy
kid in a cage in a lab?
What do you recall about this boy?
He was whitish blonde hair, very small, malnourished, and always screaming and talking to himself, tearing at his hair, clawing at his skin, having conversations where he would scream at nothing and then respond in a different tone of voice.
That kid's got issues. Goddamn.
Wait a moment.
I remember that the boy in the mask, he used to come down to visit and promise that he was going to take him away from here, but after the altercation with the good doctor, he never returned.
not great. Damn.
That was why he wore the mask.
Damn. Okay.
Hmm. Let's see.
Well, Summer, what do you want to do?
Well, I suppose we'll have to take her somewhere else. Is there any safe spaces anywhere outside of here or the States that you know of?
Not that I'm
Right.
aware of. It would probably be best if we laid low a while.
Do you want to stay here?
It would be wise, so that she can finish healing.
All right.
Very well.
That's fine by us.
We will provide refuge.
Thank you. Just
What?
please don't let the small child sit on top of her again.
Very well.
The glow in her eyes disappears.
Douglas, should we have an agent of whatever organization we're working for take care of her while she's in a lucid state?
Katya on the bunk beside you guys goes, "What do you think Kyoko's for?"
Kyoko?
Kyoko's completely upstairs. She's out of hearing.
He's gonna open the door and yell after her.
What? She pops another bubble.
The pink-haired girl we brought in here, she's going to take refuge here for a while. I think it would be best if someone like you just, made sure she was still here and not dying and safe and the stuff.
Great. Because I love doing things. She cracks another bubble.
All right, excellent. He goes back over to Siri and he says, "So I'm going to be brief and straight to the point, if that's okay with you."
Okay.
So, for now, for your own safety, we're going to have to keep you and hold you with refuge here. We will take care of you.
Hold
give
you
all the-
hostage, he says.
Not hostage.
It's
we will
okay, Anaria said you guys are nice.
Excellent. So we will provide you refuge, all of the amenities you require, and keep you safe for now until we can find a location suited for you where you will not be hunted by some unlikely suspects. Over the last few days, you were stricken by a assailant who took you hostage, and
We were at the bar.
yes,
I remember.
do you remember a masked man?
The man with the horn mask.
Yes.
He was protecting me from the other guy.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, you're a girl at a bar. You're never supposed to take drinks from anyone. You're supposed to get them straight from the bartender. This guy came up and was trying to buy me drinks and ask me all these questions, and he wouldn't leave me alone, and the bartender made him leave. He got him thrown out, and then he gave me a different drink just to be safe.
I think
Well, that's nice one.
no.
I
There's
felt
something
safe
else.
with him.
He was the suspect.
That doesn't make sense. Why would he protect me?
I learned from.
It'd be nice to get information too. You never know.
I did learn from your friends that the masked man is likely not to be trusted. He was throwing a sort of rouge. She told me the story about the man harassing you about getting you a drink, but something happened regardless. And all of the places that the different disappearances have occurred at This masked man has been there moonlighting on those days.
That can't be.
That he has.
It can't be it. You've got to be wrong.
He had to throw suspicion off of himself. It was the safest route. Pay somebody or get somebody from their organization to act as the wrongdoer and do the wrongdoing yourself.
She just shakes her head, sitting there.
Regardless, we need to figure out who this masked man is.
Well, if May was telling you things, she might help.
I will have to contact her, though I can't enter the academy.
Well, that's an easy one.
Oh,
May always goes out drinking. It's kind of her weekend relaxation after working at the academy. I never went with her. Except this time.
you told me about that.
Okay.
She might help. And if you tell her that I'm okay, then she'll be really thankful. She'd probably be really happy.
He,
Katya makes eye contact with you.
Soma looks to Douglas and then back at her and he says, I will make sure to do so.
Yes, we will definitely tell her that you are alright.
She kind of drops back down, looking exhausted, like all of that took all of the energy out of her at once.
Yo,
Alright.
Katya, throw me a pillow.
Katya throws you a pillow with the accuracy intending to hit you square in the side of the head.
One more thing,
I
Siri.
like react to like looking over.
You know what? Go ahead. Roll for it. Fucking roll.
Can I try to catch it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo, that's 20. Let's
Yo.
Congratulations! Not only have you caught the pillow, but you have turned around and thrown it right back, catching Katya square in the face. It knocks her into, like, off the bed. She hits the floor.
So, Siri, one last thing. Well, we're going to be touching on some confidential information, so I was thinking I could give you a pair of headphones while we discuss our plans.
Okay.
He will grab her some headphones and hand them to her.
There's some, like, soft music coming through them.
Mm-hmm.
She just closes her eyes. She's wiped. Like, the second she closes her eyes, she's out.
Alright.
Douglas gets up and like walks over to Katya. He just kind of looks down at her. He just picks her up and puts
She's,
her back
like,
on the bed and grabs the
laying
pillow.
sprawled on the ground, and she goes, "I've been killed.
Oh, don't be so dramatic.
I've been murdered. Mom!" Eliza, glancing over her shoulder from the kitchen, squints at both of you.
Like Douglas is like the fucking like head like all the way back, just fucking. God damn it.
So, now to talk about plans.
One
have
second
about-
while I put Katya on the bed and get Siri a pillow.
Well, I'll talk to
Katya, like, you say that and look down at her, and Katya's already, like, nowhere in the area. She is now in the kitchen, like, huddling next to Eliza with her arm around her, peering at whatever they're cooking.
Alright.
Or not. Okay, well, let me just put the pillow under Siri's head real quick.
You do so.
So, here's the problem. We have about 2 days before another victim is taken.
Yep.
And, well, we need to work fast.
We do. We do need to work very fast.
Friday is coming up in 2 days. That'll be the 7-day mark since the last victim.
So,
But
you
the
want to
question
go talk to May? Or what are you thinking?
The problem is, we discovered their last hideout, freed one of their victims. Granted, all we can know is that was where they threw the leftovers of the victims they took, but that means there's somewhere else that they're operating that we don't know of.
Yes. Do you think that we could be followed now because we found information like this about them?
There's a chance, but with our organization, the chance is low, I hope.
You never know.
You never know, which is why we'll keep our eyes in the back of our head. I don't want to suggest this, but we have two options to find their base of operations. One is to spy on the bars themselves from all angles and see when the next victim is took, see any suspicious figures. Or two, we'll leave bait. And there are only two pink-haired people in this group.
Sadie slowly turns to squint at you.
It's an option that would give us a lot of advantage.
Or we could dye hair. That's always a thing we could do.
Well, let's be completely honest here. Eliza's terrifying. And I don't think they would want to fuck with her.
Eliza is now squinting at you.
You see, if she was kidnapped and knocked out by one of those people, she would probably murder every single one of them.
This is true.
Yes.
She also has issues, Katya says with finger quotes. Eliza kind of elbows her.
She does have issues. Very deep-rooted ones.
Man,
in the blood.
We all got issues. Alright.
Very true. So... I mean, I could dress up as a woman.
This is turning into Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
He's like sitting here, kind of just like one hand on his chin, like just. And then he hears that, he's just like immediately woken up, and he's just like, "Hey, hold up, wait a minute."
We could yassify Soma. We could use Sadie, or we can
yassify. You do not need to dress up as a woman, so Soma.
I don't know. I like that idea.
I could pull it off, maybe.
Sadie, without even looking at you, goes, "He could pull it off."
I'm just like looking around at everyone. It's like, no, what?
Though personally, I think the best choice would possibly be to spy at a certain bar that could be the next bar, or multiple, from all angles, and keep an eye out for suspicious targets. Though, I'm not sure.
Maybe you should case the joint first, Katya says. You don't know where she's heard that phrase, but here we are.
Alright. Well, what do we think? What is our option? Also, above game, I had a cool... I had a cool idea of making a name for our group since we're no longer a part of Redacted.
Okay.
Just throwing that out there for party discussion between me and Douglas.
Oh boy.
What's the next plan of action? You don't need to dress up as a woman.
Well, it would be a good Trojan horse. And shit, maybe I can take Eliza with me, and then, if things go south, I can just unleash her.
Eliza glaring over her shoulder at you again.
I don't know, Eliza. If me and you teamed up, we would be destructive.
I'm just like looking around, just like, what the fuck is happening?
Eliza, off to the side, goes, "At least he compliments me."
Eliza is destructive in a very awesome way, in my opinion.
God, he just nods.
You chose well.
Katya nods
Thank
again.
you. She is an amazing person.
Granted, every single one of us in this room has some amount of demon blood in us.
I mean, not her. Not kind of like point at Siri.
Well, she's not a part of our group. She's just a
And I
bystander.
I like start like kind of moving my finger across everyone. I'm just like,
Sadie was cured, in a sense, though I'm not sure if
I
that'll
mean,
last.
I just kind of like poke Soma in the chest. I'm like, you don't have black blood. You
I have
fucking
demon blood. And black blood and demon blood are the same thing, mostly.
I mean,
That's the
technically
problem.
that's not true, but
Technically, it's true.
sort
They're
of
demons.
true.
It's blood demon.
I'll let you say that for now.
Well, we did find out that it is, demon related. So
I mean, it
it's demon
came
blood.
from a demon. I wouldn't say it is demon in nature specifically.
Yes. Demon.
Either way, what are you guys...
Who are you arguing with?
The voices in my head.
Soma's just having a full-on conversation with the wall.
All right, I like turn them around. I'm like, all right, seriously, we need to fucking move fast. We got 2 days until someone gets kidnapped again.
Yes.
If they
So I
keep to
think-
their schedule, Katya says.
All right.
According if they keep to the schedule, yes.
I'm going to go through my paperwork. I'm going to cross-reference it. I need the name of the last bar that Siri was taken from.
It's I don't
just roll.
remember.
I'll roll a memory check then.
I don't remember what the bar was. I think you guys
Yeah.
went... Is there a picture of it?
Maybe.
don't
Did I
think so.
send you guys a picture? Because there's
I
Sho, Suda, Taisho, the Red Light District, and the Underground. I think you
It was
guys
the
went to the
Underground.
Underground.
We went to the
It was the
underground. 'Cause that was the
Okay.
only one that was open at the time.
Okay. So then the Underground would have been where you guys were.
Okay. He's going to cross-reference the information to get the other victims in chronological order which bars they were taken from.
I mean, there is no particular order. It's just all of these bars have had something happen at them. It's not like there's a actual...
What was the bar that had hasn't had a victim in the longest time?
I would say that's probably...
The red light district.
I'm assuming it's the Red Light District, yeah.
Okay.
I was making that as a joke.
Honestly, I would say that the red light district is a good bet. Actually, yes, we
heard
can. So to
Bad
moonlight,
things from the red light district that are.
typically to moonlight in a bar, you have to sign up sometime in advance. Meaning that we could have somebody signed up. We could check the bars and see if a potential culprit has already signed up as a moonlight in that bar. It's only 2 days away.
They probably would schedule their help ahead of time, Eliza says.
Exactly.
They would.
And Katya,
check it
well,
out.
Katya could definitely get signed up and get that information.
No.
Well, the
'cause
guy
it's
at the
fucking
Underground
bar.
said I could work there.
No. You're not
She has-
working at a bar, and she's not signing up to moonlight at a different bar, especially in the fucking red light district.
You're just mad because Pridwin taught me how to make good drinks.
I don't
She
care.
has you
I
there.
can make black coffee, and that's it.
Okay, let's do a vote. Who is fine with Katya helping us spy by moonlighting at a bar?
Katya raises her hand immediately.
Eliza?
I just stare
Eliza
at
kind of just
I stare
looks.
at Katya, like,
Eliza looks at Katya, and then she looks at you, Douglas, and she goes,
Sadie.
Sadie goes, whatever, man, she makes good drinks, that's all I'm saying.
I like slowly look over just in surprise, just like, I'm not supposed to say that.
She does! She says, raising her hands innocently.
Oh, here, one sec. I'm gonna take a call real quick.
Oh, okay. Eliza looks at you, Douglas, and goes, I mean, you're gonna be there, right? We'll be there. We'll be with her. As long as she doesn't drink anything she's making, it'll be fine.
I don't think it's a kid of her age should be playing around with alcoholic drinks.
I'm not playing. I'm bartending.
You are messing around with drinks and making stuff. That is the basis of what you're doing.
That makes me sound like a witch. She taps her fingers together excitedly.
Just like Douglas is just like fucking holding his head, just like I can't, today's just not the day for me.
You missed me, Katya says with a smile.
Of course I missed you.
She grins.
Why bartending?
Cause Pridwin does it.
Okay.
Hey, I
What?
mean,
You were gone. I had to puppy dog around with somebody.
I mean, to
You
be
didn't have
fair,
to learn how to bartend.
I mean,
Even if it was
Pridwin wasn't even 21 when he started, so.
Yeah, and he worked at the Draconis. You have
could
no
hung
idea
out
what
with
that is.
Soma.
Not really. Uncle Somi is always busy and sometimes having a psychotic breakdown. So, like, he
Like,
wasn't
also-
around half the time.
Hey,
I was
hey.
gonna say that,
Psychotic
I'm just
breakdown
like-
is most of the time.
I feel like I look at Soma, I'm like, you could have hung out with him. I'm like, yeah, you could have hung out with Soma instead.
Sadie goes, I couldn't even hang out with Soma, and I'm his partner.
Listen,
You
it's not
could've-
my fault I'm insane. Okay, maybe it's somewhat my fault, but still.
And Katya makes the little bit symbol with her hands.
Regardless, I think it would be better if we had somebody on the inside.
The inside of what?
The bar.
Oh.
Yes, and I don't think it's Katya.
Katya
Aw.
can impress. I don't even know shit about making a drink. Okay?
I make
I
better
don't
drinks
either.
than any of you, she says.
That's fine.
We need somebody with a resume, okay?
I drink black coffee.
Still, I think it would be okay.
You're just mad because I can do something better than you, Katya says, dancing in a circle.
I don't even care. I mean, that's great. You know what? No, that's great, honey, that you can fucking make
She
drinks.
has a skill, okay? After all of this
Right.
bullshit is over and the world is saved, maybe she can start her own bar or something, and then she'll support you when in your old age.
Yeah, I can put
What?
a roof over you and Mom.
Hey, be proud of her future career. Holy shit.
I'm not going
Oh.
to support my fucking daughter.
Well,
That
you
is
were
not
outvoted
even
anyway,
close.
so
Not even,
Pridwin would
even
let me
close
if
to
he was
drinking.
here.
you were outvoted
even-
anyway, Douglas. Just leave it be. If the uncle says it's okay and the mom says it's okay and the aunt says it's okay, then it's okay.
Ha!
Who's the aunt?
Sadie.
Sadie raises her hand.
When?
Haha,
This is
you
just the way
lose.
things are.
Katya crosses her arms.
I didn't make the rules. This is just
when
the way
you
things
were
are.
the aunt.
Just don't worry about it. Anyway, are we going to go investigate the bars or not?
Let's
Yes.
go, Katya says, just walking towards the stairs.
Yeah, Soma's already at the stairs as
Douglas
well.
just says it like frustrated. Just yes, we are.
And plus, it's not like you could stop your daughter even if you tried. Let's be completely honest here.
Eliza comes over and places her hand lovingly on your shoulder, Douglas, and she goes, he's got a point.
All right,
Yeah.
who's ready to go stop some human traffickers?
Eliza moves her fingers in between yours and holds your hand for a second, and then she flashes into her dagger form.
Looks like Eliza's
get
ready, and I
over
think
with.
Sadie is as well. Let's go.
I throw Eliza in the little sheath on my leg.
Okay. So you guys start heading out, and by the time you get done with all of this, it's getting to be, like, late afternoon. Like, right around the time the bars are starting to open up.
Okay.
So,
Late evening, I assume, yeah.
you guys start making your way towards, with the help of, or the guidance of Kyoko, you guys start making your way towards, where the red light district is said to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as they're making their way there, Soma sort of reiterating the plan, and he says, "Alright, so first course of action, we will get Katya in there ahead of time and get her as our woman on the inside, and then next up, we should do some scouting. Take a look at the layout of the area, get good eyes everywhere. Next up, we will find a course of action, whether we use bait or we will keep a watch on any suspicious figures. Sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
So,
And if I need, I'll dress up like a woman.
No.
I really want this to happen! Just let it happen, Douglas!
I like grab Soma's shoulders and like I'm shaking him. Just, you are not dressing up as a woman.
Douglas will not allow the the new age fashion statements to go on. So you guys load up and start making your way towards the RLD. When you guys, it's another hidden bar. All of these bars are definitely hidden, and that is why the DWMA students frequent them. So you guys show up, and already this place is, I mean, there's like people everywhere.
Is it like Sector 5 from Final Fantasy? Or not 5, it would be 6. The red light district where he was yesified.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
There's people in very like skimpy outfits. There are definitely women and men dancing in like cages hanging around the room. There's a whole like dance floor. This place is already like pretty lively.
Tell me there's chocobo carriages.
Oh god, there are not chocobo carriages. But
No.
You are noticing a trend with the people that are here. They do not look like students. Most of the people here appear to be like in their 20s and 30s, so maybe some professors, you're not sure. You don't see anybody like flaunting abilities at the moment. That's
Okay.
definitely a weekend thing when the students have free time. So yeah, you guys get here. There's a lot going on.
Also, while we're walking, someone's just like, you know, I really think we should come up with a name for our new group since we kind of got ousted from Redacted.
I wouldn't say we got ousted.
More like we left, but also I don't think we could join back because of, well, I think Death would probably want to kill us if we came back.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably don't.
Katya stops and looks at you.
What do you mean we can't join back?
Oh no, we could probably get back together with our old group. Just not officially under the eyes of, you know, Death.
Oh,
Yeah.
good, because I don't think Breadwin can handle me not coming back.
True. Yeah, so essentially we're just, you know, saving our own skin, because Death could probably, atomize us. So, yeah.
Very true.
Yes.
Very true.
Okay, I'm gonna go give them my, what did you call it, Uncle Somi?
Resume.
That's
Resume.
the thing. She starts walking toward the bar.
Alright. So what do you think? Any ideas for a new name? Something to, like, make us stand out from Redacted. Like a splinter cell from our old group.
I mean, it's like a new name of Redacted, I guess. I mean,
Well,
we could do something like that, right?
Well, I was thinking maybe, since we're like the darker, more fucked up version of our old group, the sort of psychopaths, you know.
As we do.
Yes, as we do. How about the? I'll think of something.
I can't really think of much. I mean, I've never been too good at naming things, but
Well, since we're sort of the criminals of our old academy, how about something like the Dark Vanguard?
I was thinking Black Ops, but sure.
Black Ops
Dark
is cool.
Vanguard.
I mean, they both are kind of synonyms.
Why don't you
Yeah.
take one word from your name and one word from your name and put them together?
Black Vanguard?
Sadie nuts. I like that.
That kind of sounds
Dark
cool.
Ops.
Dark Ops? Black
So
Vanguard it is.
Black
you guys,
Vanguard it is. I like shake Soma's hand.
Yeah, Soma
God
shakes his hand.
bless. So you guys are standing there having this conversation. Sadie has, she's kind of got her arm looped in yours, Soma, in kind of like that delicate escort hold. Katya is at the bar. You can't hear the conversation that's happening, but there seems to be some kind of heated conversation going on.
Mhm.
You guys can, yeah, if you would like to explore the bar, go ahead and roll me like a perception check, I guess. Or you can like go over to Katya, or
I do like perception.
You're really good at it.
Yeah. That is a 15.
Okay. With that 15, you notice a couple things. Like I said, you're picking up that a lot of these are like 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, so young adults definitely who work. You don't see any like younger kids in here that look like have used fake IDs to get in anyway, besides Katya, who you're not sure how she got in here past the bouncers, to be honest with you.
Well, Soma and Douglas look like gangsters, so I don't think anyone's gonna fuck with us.
They kind of do. She kind of used you guys as meat shields, but that's beside the point.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, we straight up look like gangsters. I mean, Soma has tattoos all over his arms. He has a fucking
I have
black...
scars and fucking like
Yeah.
he's wearing black clothing.
Covered in
And I have
shit.
a fucking and I have a
Also,
fucking necklace of an ace of spade.
Yeah.
Jesus
Soma
Christ.
also has like bandages over his face.
So there are a couple interesting characters that you can see around here. You see there is a guy, the bartender first off, that is in the deep heated conversation with Katya is this guy. Where is he? Where? There he is. So this guy is having a heated conversation with Katya. There's also a strange-looking figure kind of in one of the back corners drinking, like Aragorn style, Lord of the Rings. Like, face concealed. You can't really tell what's going on. They've got a very weird hat on. You also see that, let's see, there's a couple guys, like, already well into their drinks at the bar. Like, they are trying to get wasted. There's a bunch of girls dancing on the dance floor. And let's see. Oh, there is also a poker game going on the upper levels.
So, do you see anyone with pink hair? I don't really see anyone right now.
Soma looks around for specifically pink-haired people.
You do not see anybody with bright pink hair that is within the age range that you're looking for. I mean, there's a couple, like, older women who have kind of, like, dyed pinkish hair. It's more like neon, but nobody that kind of fits the description that you're looking for, like that natural pink.
Also, I'm listening to, like, Destiny ambient music right now, and about 40 minutes in, it just starts playing Minecraft music, and then stops, and then goes back to Destiny after, like, 2 minutes.
Somebody made a mistake!
me and my first class last night were fucking laughing our asses off, because we were just making the thwomp noise just over and over.
Yeah, but you weren't wasted, Cyrus, so that makes sense.
I think we were...
Yeah, he texted me.
Oh,
like,
I
last
know!
night. He said, wait, what did he say exactly? Like, he said...
The mind and body are split.
Yeah, the mind and body are split, and Nick splits it when you drink.
That's always what you want to hear from somebody. Yeah, I heard all about his drunken shenanigans.
Yeah.
And then I messaged you, like, when I was getting in the fucking bed, I'll set all RMR for 9. I hop, I wake up.
God.
It's like 1 o'clock in the morning for me.
I just let it happen, man. I didn't fucking know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, you guys are at a bar. What do you want to do?
All right. Let's see. He's going to, on the earpiece, talk to Katya. He's gonna say, "How's it going so far?"
Katya does not answer you. She's still in a heated discussion with the bartender. She's like waving her arms and pointing. Not at you
Oh, okay.
guys, but she is pointing at something.
Yes. Okay. So well, she's busy right now. I guess we should ask around, see if anyone recognizes a man with a skull mask or a horned mask or whatever it was.
Something.
All right. Who's?
Yeah.
He's gonna look around for someone that might actually know something.
You can ask the bartender.
You be
Someone
more
shady, but not-
specific.
Somebody that looks shady, but not too shady to the point where they'll stab me if I look at them.
Like I said, there's a dude sitting in the corner that is watching the room entirely too much.
All right, he's gonna walk straight over to that guy.
Are you just walking up to him?
Yeah, he's gonna walk up to them, and sort of like put his hands on the table. And he says, "You look interesting."
Arthur! A pink-haired boy has walked up to your table, slammed his hands down on it, and said exactly those words to you.
Hang on, should I throw...
Yeah, go ahead.
Arthur into character sheets?
Yeah, go ahead.
Give me just a second.
Post your picture up.
There we go.
Yeah, so this is the guy you see. Like, his
yes.
cloak is billowing somehow. There's no wind inside coming from anywhere, but it's still billowing.
You, like, slam your hands on the table, and he's, like, halfway through a beer, and he just, like, jumps and says, the fuck do you want?
You look like somebody who knows things.
I walk up behind someone. I'm just like, why the fuck do you do that?
Don't worry about my friend here.
Is that how you approach everyone in a bar?
Yes.
No, it's not
Yeah.
supposed to be the way. What? Why would you do? He's just enjoying a beer, man.
Well, you
Boy,
can enjoy the beer while I ask him questions.
Could have like approached him, been like not aggressive.
Well, to be fair, he doesn't particularly looks like somebody who likes to be approached, so, you know, might as
Also-
well go the most bombastic way, you know?
Arthur, you noticed while they're talking, your eyesight kind of moving beyond them, there's a 9-year-old at the counter having an argument with the bartender. You have no idea how she got in here.
Who the hell let a toddler inside this place?
I've raised fucking Soma's hand.
Well, regardless of the case,
And
I
she's
know we
also
may,
my daughter.
I know we may look like gangsters, and we're mostly
you
not.
look like you're with the circus. I hate to break it to you.
Well, I'm not wearing circus
She's also
clothing.
my daughter. Which is
Douglas,
not-
are you wearing circus clothing?
I like look down. I'm like, I like look at my scars. I'm like, no, I think I am.
All right. So anyway, you look like a person who knows things that I would like to also know. Have you seen a man with a strange, horned mask around this bar over the last 2 weeks? 3
Hang
weeks?
on, kid.
4 weeks?
You're asking me questions. Somebody who you don't know.
Yes.
At all.
Uh-huh.
What the hell is in it for me?
That's a good question. I'm
We can
sure
get you
my
another drink for free.
For free!
He looks like he's genuinely considering this offer.
Actually, we can get you a few
Made
drinks
by
for
her.
free.
And I like went at fucking Cat. Just like,
Cat, sensing she's being pointed at, turns around, looks confused, and then waves at you with a little grin, and then turns back and continues her argument with the bartender.
She is a fantastic bartender. She was actually
for no reason.
she was trained by actually one of the Draconis' finest.
You are
Has Arthur
familiar.
ever been?
You are familiar with this bar.
Hang on. Somebody who worked at the Draconis taught a 9-year-old.
Long
How to-
story.
Yeah, he taught my daughter for some reason.
For some reason.
And y'all, tell you what, you make that a double, and I'll consider talking with you.
I'll make it a
can-
triple.
Now you're speaking my language.
Soma sits down and sort of smacks his hands on the table excitedly, and he says, "So about
really
this."
just said 3, take it or leave it.
So I mean, it's not coming out of my paycheck. So about this man with the horned mask. Have you seen him around here before, or any of the other bars, for that matter?
Hey,
Have
Storm,
I?
I'll be back. I'm gonna go talk to the bartender.
You approach the bar.
I'll let Soma do his thing first.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I asked the question. He said, "Have I?"
So what information do I have about a person wearing a horned mask?
Let me tell you. As soon as I find all of it.
While you're finding it, I'll just talk to the bartender, I guess.
Okay. So you approach the bar.
So, I'm like, excuse me, sir. Do you mind if my daughter makes a couple drinks? Just like annoyed saying it. Just,
This is yours, he says, pointing at Katya.
yes, she really wants to get better at drink making.
Get better. I'm
Yep.
one of the best damn people you'll ever hire.
She says, crossing her arms. He kind of squints at her. Who let a 9-year-old in here? And she kind of straightens a little and goes,
For your information, I'm over 2,000 years old.
I just looked at her. I'm just like,
you look down at Katya. Katya's eyes are glowing purple.
Oh shit!
Douglas just does like a small nod. I'm just, yeah, forgot about that.
The guy looks confused, maybe frightened a lot. He kind of just raises his
just let
hands
my-
and he goes, "All right, tell you what.
If you just let her make if you just let my daughter make like a couple drinks, we won't bother you anymore. She
No,
she
I'm
loves it.
interested now," he says, and he places a glass on the counter and he says, "Impress me." And Katya kind of rubs her hands together and walks behind the counter.
I just kind of like wave her along. Just, all right, Katya, do your fucking best. Have fun.
Katya just gets busy behind the counter.
I just sit down at the bar. Just, all right.
You want a drink, Dad?
Yeah, I'll have a drink.
What do you want?
I don't drink too often.
Right, I'll figure it out.
She turns back around.
Do something with coffee in it.
With coffee in it? I can do that.
Yeah.
The guy blinks in confusion. He's just dumbfounded watching this. And Katya, within the span of, a minute, has both the bartender's drink and your drink made. And she points at, 3 other people. And she goes, "I made their drinks also." He goes, "You don't even know what they ordered." And she goes,
Trust me, they'll like these a lot better than whatever the hell you were making for them.
Don't
The
insult-
bartender
insult him.
is dumbfounded, just staring at her.
Cat, don't fucking insult the bartender.
I'm not insulting him. I'm simply stating facts.
She takes the bar towel and tosses it over her shoulder.
Honestly, it's a skill issue.
I walk back over to the table with Soma and the man.
Man.
The man.
You're just gonna leave with your drink?
No, well, I'm gonna leave it there. So I just want to like go there. I'm gonna ask him is like what he wants.
Oh, so now you're working at the bar.
Yeah, I'll take his order.
Oh my god.
I'll walk over to fucking was it Arthur?
Yeah. He hasn't formally introduced himself yet.
Yeah, when I walk over, I'll yeah.
Arthur will kind of like scratch his chin for a few seconds, sort of in deep thought, and say, yeah, I think I do remember a guy like that. Saw him around a couple of the bars in town. Don't know his name, but he usually goes and works as a bartender for a couple of the DWMA places.
This surprises you because that's little known knowledge. The fact that DWMA students are sneaking in, I mean.
Interesting.
Do I finally make it over to the table or not?
Yes, you do.
I like hold out my hand to the man. I'm just like, he's like frustrated just a little bit. He's just like, I'm Douglas Ashford.
I'm Soma Ashford.
These
Nice
two
to
people
meet
look
you.
nothing alike.
He like looks between you two and he says, nice to meet you. And he holds out his hand.
Oh wait, have I?
I was holding out my hand for they're just like holding, holding out each other, just
They
like
hold out their hands to each other.
just
without
like
hesitating.
deadlocked eye, just like.
So
have
you guys
not-
are doing that. Sadie in the background goes, "Wow, you guys are bad at this. I'm gonna go somewhere else." And she turns around and walks off.
God.
There is a very pretty girl with pink hair that has just said this, and she walks off. The pink hair kind of strikes you for a minute.
I forgot to send a picture of Douglas, by the way. I did it.
God, it looks so.
Hell yeah.
I don't think he would have the hood up though right now.
No.
Nah.
Arthur, realizing that he has just held his hand out to a person who was already holding their hand out, will take Douglas's hand and shake it and say, "I'm Arthur."
Good to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you. You
What?
do not want to shake my hand.
I
You
give him like
hear
a
a
firm
voice
handshake.
in your ear, Arthur. Don't shake his hand.
I will not shake your hand then.
All right, Arthur. What? You want 3 separate drinks or just a large one?
What's the most expensive thing that they have at this bar?
I would say probably some like really fucking expensive sake.
Or do you want whatever my daughter's making?
Whatever she's making is often it's going to be earth-shattering.
You know what? I'll go with that then.
Excellent. Soma will like snap his fingers and he says, "Bartender, get the best thing you can get."
Are you're saying
I
this to
I was
Katya?
getting his-
She
Yes.
I
Yes.
like look at this song. I was like, well, I was getting his order. I was like the point of coming over here. But
I want 3 of your best.
So, you guys are saying this. Katya kind of turns from what she's doing at the bar. By the way, as you say this and look at the bar, the people sitting at the bar, their faces are like, their eyes are wide. They look amazed. Even the bartender is just staring at the drink in his hand. Like,
Looking stunned.
completely stunned. Katya is just grinning. She looks over at you and she goes,
one sec, I got his order. I just like walk back over with like my head like slightly down, just holding my head, just. All right.
Who's it
Arthur, our guy over there next to Soma.
Weird hat.
Yeah,
She
he wants
turns
three
and
of your finest.
you see her eyes begin to glow that color for just a split second. Arthur, you feel the most intrusive feeling. It feels like somebody is like peeling your skin back and staring inside of you.
There is something wrong with that kid.
It just happens for a split second, and then she starts making things behind the counter.
I take a seat at the bar and take my drink.
Douglas, this is like the best thing you've ever had.
It's pretty fucking good. Yeah.
I told you. She says, turning around and setting a drink on the counter.
I take another swig, put it down, and then I was. Did you put it on like a tray or something, or just?
She just set it down for you to take back.
Okay.
The other bartender is still staring at his drink. He still hasn't moved.
I awkwardly take all 3 glasses with my 2 hands and just walk back over.
Oh, she only gave you 1 to start out.
Oh, just 1? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I grab the drink and walk back over to Arthur.
So, this drink gets set in front of you, Arthur. Immediately, the smell strikes you. It is familiar to you.
He picks it up and nods at Douglas, and he's giving it a very, very close look.
It looks familiar to you, but you can't quite place it. It definitely looks safe, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, he was just scrutinizing it to make sure that they didn't put anything in his drink.
I mean, you don't know what it is, but it doesn't look like it's been spiked.
Well, thank you kindly. And he's going to take a sip.
You take a sip of this, and you are taken back immediately to the first drink you ever had. The one that you always went back to in the States. The one you went back to after every time something went right, after every time something went wrong, but somehow it is better, and it moves you, and it warms you in a way that you haven't felt in years.
He pauses for a good solid minute and says, "God damn, how the hell did she do that?"
Earth-shattering, right?
She has her ways.
Well, I'd say that that's definitely worth the price of my information, so...
Just
there
the one?
anything... Oh,
Said you wanted 3, right?
I never said that was the only one I was gonna take. But he leans back in his chair. I'm more than willing to answer any questions if you have any.
All right. Well,
Sounds
first
good.
off, there's been a list of kidnappings over the last month or 2, maybe even longer. And we are sort of investigating these disappearances. Many of which, especially the people we've talked to, involved a man with a strange horned mask who's been moonlighting at several bars in the area. And this one happens to be the last one it's been the longest since he moonlighted in this one, so I figured it'd be a good time to scope things out.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him in a while, but I've been to quite a few bars and I've definitely seen him around.
I see.
Again, I think that he
everybody thinks-
mostly prefers to head to places where academy students like to sneak in.
This is one of those places, by the way.
Interesting. Um,
Lines up.
you seem like a person who takes note of behaviors of the people around you, very watchful. Have you noticed anything in particular about this man's behavior?
Have I?
Does he search in a sense? Kind of look for certain people.
Roll me
Hmm.
a memory check.
Memory? 18?
There you go.
Oh. Hmm. Hang on. I need to ask a question.
Mhm.
Douglas just walks over back to the bar.
You walk back to the bar.
Just sit down and just enjoy my drink.
Katya is already making drinks for other people, and the bartender is just standing there watching her, shaking his head. Like he's not upset. He's just amazed.
Hang on, so I'm confused. So the piece of information you gave me, the first half and the second half, are you referring to the same person,
No.
or is that...
So this
Okay.
you didn't see this. This part I sent to you before you asked me that,
Oh, okay.
and that it didn't timestamp space. So
Uh, he does pause for a minute and seems to, like, his attention locks on a part of the room for a few seconds too long before he snaps back and says, I did remember he was always had his eyes out. Not too unusual for a bartender, you know, looking out for the ladies and all that. Kicking out rowdy customers and whatnot, but I did notice he seemed to take a keen eye on anyone who had pink hair. Watched them more than the others. Was a bit more protective of them.
Let's see. See, here's the thing about that man is that all of those disappearances happened to happen when he was moonlighting in that bar. I think it's a facade.
Really now? Well, that certainly does sound like a problem. I guess I can keep an eye out for y'all. I do, however, believe that I might need to head out here soon.
Well, if we can contact each other again soon, actually, I would love to contract your business. Contract you, I guess.
You mean you're looking to hire me?
Yes, something like that.
That might be difficult. My rates are high, especially when
We can get you more drinks.
He once again goes into deep contemplation, but he says, my time is quite, I'm a busy man. But perhaps we could work something out.
You seem like a businessman. Then how about this? If you ever in need of work, he grabs a small piece of paper and jots something down. He says, "This is the radio signal we use. If you ever need to contact us for any jobs, here you go."
He takes it and nods and says, "Thank you kindly."
I suppose I'll see you around. Thank you for the information.
Of course, son, anytime.
See
If
you
you
around.
ever need to find me, you'll probably find me around one of the other bars.
Indeed. As Soma's sort of talking, he sort of like grabs at his mouth and he mutters to himself, saying, "I think I've been talking a little too much."
Just maybe.
Well, he sort of grabs it in pain, not necessarily in like, I'm trying to shut up.
Douglas,
Next one.
with
I
wishful
don't realize
thinking,
that,
was
'cause, like,
hoping it was
my
the other
back
thing.
I like don't realize because like my back is turned looking at the bars again.
Soma knows a thing or two about contractors. He seems like some sort of contracted, I guess you could say, bounty hunter. So as long as you pay them what they need, then they won't, you know. That's what it seems like to Soma, at least. But specifically, he's sort of rubbing at his mask, and I want to say a bit of blood protrudes from where his mouth would be. Just trying to roleplay the fact that he has really bad injuries now on his mouth area.
Oh yeah, no, I like it. Just
Yeah.
So, Arthur, you're getting up from the table?
Yep, he's gonna get up and he's going to kind of nonchalantly make his way towards that individual.
So, as you're walking, are the two of you watching him?
Yes.
So, you notice a figure emerges from the crowd of the bar. You hadn't really noticed them. They had blended in, and you're not sure where they came from. But they walk over slowly, kind of delicately brushing their fingers along Arthur's shoulders as he's walking toward the bar. I can't find her original picture, so I'm going to use this one for now, because it gets the point across.
I think I can probably find it if I dig through.
This one's
Oh
kind
yeah, that
of
one's pretty similar.
It's pretty similar, so it still works.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this really, I mean, this girl looks like a hard ass. There's just something about her, just the aura she gives off. She kind of lightly brushes her fingers on Arthur's shoulders. And then she kind of cracks her gloved knuckles in front of her.
Wow, they look like the happy sort.
What would you like to do? Any of you.
I'll let Arthur go.
Arthur, you walk towards the bar. There is a 9-year-old serving drinks and a very confused bartender watching it happen.
Arthur will kind of just look over in that direction again, just still really, really confused by the situation.
She is actually serving drinks at the end of the bar that you were paying attention to.
Weird kid.
I take offense to that.
Katya says.
I didn't mean it as an insult.
She slides a drink to the man sitting there. The boy, really. He's not that much older than you are. Another usual. How'd you know? Katya just shrugs, goes back to what she's doing. He takes a drink from it.
Arthur will step over next to him and say, "Hey kid, do you mind if I sit here?"
It's a free country, he says under his breath. Or maybe not.
He'll sit down and probably wait for Katya to give him another drink and then say, "Now, what do you mean by that?"
Means I don't give a damn what you do as long as you leave me the hell alone. He kinda turns his shoulder a bit to you and takes another long drink from his glass.
I could leave you alone if you want, but well, I do have business with you.
He doesn't look at you, but his body tenses a bit. And as he does, roll me a perception check. Actually, all of you go ahead and roll me a perception check since you two are watching this play out.
Mm-hmm.
Douglas is sitting at the bar, so you have advantage.
I rolled a 14.
Okay.
18.
Little Nathan.
Okay, so
18.
all of you would see this. So there's something weird about the boy sitting at the bar next to Arthur. He is wearing very concealing clothing, in the point that he doesn't want his skin showing, and he actually has his hood up, pulled tight, so that most of his face doesn't show. But when he bristles a bit, for just a moment, his sleeve moves down enough for you to see the skin of his arms, and it just looks... I mean, you could hear his voice. This is a young kid, and his body shape belies that, but his skin just looks worn. Like it doesn't quite fit his body properly. And his eyes, when he turns to look at Arthur finally, his eyes are so tired. Not just in the physical sense, but this boy just looks done. Like he doesn't have anything left.
Soma's gonna roll to stealth real quick.
Good.
Let's see. Gotta get my dice on. Shit. Okay, so that is a 18 to stealth.
You succeed.
All right. He wants to take a picture of this boy, of this person.
All right. I'll allow it.
Yes.
He's distracted.
Gonna snap a quick pic.
You like sneak behind the bar to get an angle at this kid's face, and Katya is suddenly crouching next to you, and she goes, "Uncle Somi, what are we doing?"
Just watching.
Okay. And she goes back to what she's doing.
I want to take a pic.
I just want to take some pictures.
I want to take a pic.
And Arthur will immediately, seeing the kid bristle up, say, "Now, son, I didn't mean that to come across as threatening. Again, if you want me to leave you alone, just say the word and you'll never see my face again. But first, I'd like you to hear my offer."
The tired eyes study
wants to hear you out.
Now, I'm sure you'll have a lot of questions once I say what I have to say, but unfortunately I can't exactly give you a whole lot of answers. But, let's just say I'm in the employment of some people, and these people asked me to carry out a sort of, favor to people like you. We find you.
Enlighten me.
People who are, hired.
He is studying you. Go ahead.
Now, Arthur gets a lot quieter now, and he says, you see, I don't know why, but these employers of mine wanted me to find people like you and give them an option. You could tell us to leave, go on with your life, or we can help deal with that exhaustion of yours.
You see, just a hint of. You can't quite put your finger on it. Maybe it's relief or hope. Maybe it's just interest. You're not sure, but you have seen that look before.
Now, like I said, it's your choice.
You can make it stop.
Yes, but well, I can promise you two things. It'll be quick and it'll be painless.
Anything. Anything if it works.
All right. I'll tell you what. Arthur will pat his hands on the bar, kind of motioning to get up. I'll let you think it over. And if you are ready, I'll be waiting back around the bar.
The man nods, looking kind of dazed, almost. His hand is wrapped tight around his drink. What do you guys do?
Someone's just watching.
Douglas, you heard all this, I'll just add.
Yeah, I just keep watching. Just kind of with like a somber-ish face.
Someone's gonna walk up to Douglas.
You two are. Douglas is sitting at the bar. You are standing kind of off to his side in between the bar stools.
Yeah.
Arthur pats the guy on the back and then heads out of the bar.
So Arthur disappears. What are you guys gonna do?
Soma looks to Douglas and he says, I took a picture of the boy just in case. He's important in this whole thing, but I think we should leave that be. None of our business.
Douglas,
I
you
agree.
hear a voice through your link. It is Eliza. She whispers, I have a bad feeling about this, Douglas.
I say through the link, just I do too.
We'll watch, but we won't intervene unless we need to. At this point, I'm convinced that nothing is a coincidence.
Katya is now leaning over the bar, staring at you two intently. What are we whispering about?
Don't worry about it. We'll sort things out.
Okay, she says and goes back to drying a glass.
Question, Katya, I'd like to ask you something. Do you still have our badges from the DWMA?
Badges?
You know, just something that signifies we go to the school. You know, like the embroideries.
Yeah.
She thinks for a minute. I mean, I have mine.
That's great.
I don't keep y'all's stuff. That's your
no,
job.
I'm just talking about yours.
Yeah.
I was saying I was thinking of borrowing it.
Why?
So, I don't think you could play as a small child, bro.
It has
I
my
don't
name and date of birth and picture on it. You don't look anything like me.
Not your ID. I'm talking about the embroidery, you know. You know, like the Lettermans.
Oh, I
stuff.
don't have that shit.
What the fuck? It was on the uniforms.
Do I look like I wear a uniform? She says, gesturing to herself.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I might have to...
The bartender who is leaning back against the back panel of the bar, drinking another drink with his arms crossed, goes, she's got a point.
I'll just forge a Academy ID, probably.
Yeah. Douglas just tries to say something, but he just sighs. Just yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's something we could do.
Well, do we want to investigate further, dig around in whatever that Arthur man was doing, or do we want to head out?
While you guys are having this conversation, you look across the bar and you notice the boy is gone. His glass is left still a bit full.
Is there a second story to this building?
No. Yes. Yes, there is.
Yes?
Because
Okay.
I said there was a poker game going on upstairs.
He's going to go upstairs, and he wants to see if there's a window that leads to the back. Like a view of the back.
Okay. Do you go upstairs?
Alright. Alright, is there a window that has a view of the back area, like outside the building?
So the entire poker area has no windows. It seems like it is cordoned off for that reason, so that people cannot spy or cheat. But there is a door that appears to lead like into the back rooms, like storage rooms and stuff.
Okay, he'll go there then.
Okay, you with your stealth up, you easily get into the room. There is several big like paneled windows in the storage room that peer down to the back.
Alright, he's gonna look back there and see if he can find Arthur.
Arthur, you're on the back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you look down and you see Arthur, the woman from before, and the boy is coming around the corner, walking towards them.
Soma is going to watch.
Your partner turns to look at you, Arthur, and she kind of smiles a bit over her shoulder in the boy's direction. Says, they always show up.
Yep. Alright, kid. Got all your affairs in order?
I don't have anything left. I just want this to stop. If you can fix it, then do so. Or were you just getting my hopes up like those other people?
Alright, kid. But remember, this is a one-way ticket.
What do you mean?
I mean, there's no coming out of this.
looks
Once,
confused.
once you make the choice, there's no going back.
As long as it works.
Arthur lets out a deep sigh and says, "Alright, kid." Ursada.
She kind of... There's this somber, kind of sad smile, but that playful gleam is in her eyes, as it always is when you go to put your hands on her. And she flashes into your hands. Soma, you watch as the girl from before has transformed into a railgun.
Alright.
The boy looks halfway between startled and impressed.
Mm-hmm.
You're from the academy. He takes a
Eh.
step back away from you. You didn't come
No,
and
kid.
drag me back there, did you?
No, kid. No on both accounts.
They said they could fix me after what she did. They lied.
I
So,
mean,
in over the earpiece, someone's going to talk to Douglas, and he says, "There's an altercation going on outside with Arthur. I can't quite figure out what they're saying, but
Douglas, would you like to do anything?
Walk up to the second floor, see what Soma's doing.
You walk up to the second floor. You can easily find a door that is cracked that doesn't look like it should be open.
I'm just gonna like kind of just peer inside.
As you peer inside, you feel something against your leg. You look down and Katya is also peering inside, still with the bartender's cloth over her shoulder. She goes, "Yep, this looks like something Uncle Somi did."
Yeah, probably.
we should ignore it for now, but
Somewhat, you're talking into the earpiece. Douglas is like standing 2 feet behind you with his head peering in the door.
And Soma looks back at him and he says, "Get in here."
Alright. Kind of just open up the door, walk in, and close it.
You go to close the door, like, waiting for Katya, and Katya's already at the window.
What are they doing?
Katya says, squinting down. She looks kind of serious now.
Is that a gun?
Wait, what
Douglas.
gun?
Douglas, get Katya to not watch this.
Okay.
Why?
I pick up
No!
I pick up Katya and just like put her in the cargo hold.
She starts smacking at you, like, actually, she's like, why? Let me watch! He's got
Narcissa,
a weird-looking gun, look at it!
Narcissa, if you could come out right now, that would probably be good right now. I don't think she needs to see this.
I don't take orders from you. You hear in Narcissa's voice?
Well, it worked.
Her eyes are not glowing. You just heard Narcissa in your head for a second.
Pretty please?
What's in it for me?
She won't probably see somebody get their brain splattered all over the back of a bar.
Good point. Her eyes start to glow. Oh, come on! You hear Katya yell and then her eyes start glowing.
Alright, thank you very much.
Would you like me to put you down now?
Yes. Thank you.
Alright, Soma now watches intently.
Sona, what's happening?
You say what's happening. You look down and you see Arthur holding a rail gun and the boy from before looking kind of scared.
Soma, what the fuck is he doing?
Arthur,
Uh-huh.
you can continue.
God damn it, kid. Look, I explained it already. I could put you out of your misery, or you could tell me to fuck off and I'll leave you alone.
God, is that the only way to make it stop?
Kid, I don't know shit. I'm paid to do this. I don't ask questions.
You're paid to shoot people?
Who ask for it?
By who?
I'm not paid to ask questions, kid.
This is her, isn't it? She didn't do it right the first time, so she's paying somebody to finish the job.
Who?
Wait, so, do we have a face claim for this boy?
No. I have
What-
not given you a face claim for the boy.
Are they not, like, showing what they look like?
Do I have a face claim for this boy? Hold on. Give
Can
me
you
a
describe what I'm seeing at least? That'll be enough.
Yeah, he's a brunette. He looks to be, well, he looks like he should be, like, 18, 19 years old. But he, like, the way he looks aged. Like, way more aged than he should be.
Mm-hmm.
You think you remember something from your studies at the DWMA at one point, but it's not, like, coming to fruition at the top of your brain right now. You might remember it later.
Can I roll memory?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay. That is a 18.
Okay, so there are two things that flash kind of in a disjointed way through your mind. One is that you recall in a medical booklet somewhere, probably in Lewis's room or in something that Cody was reading, that there is a thing called burnout that Meisters and weapons can suffer from when they are, like, when one's power outweighs the others. They can be extremely burned out, or it also happens when you have, like, two weapons who try to wield each other and aren't compatible.
Yeah.
And it can get so bad that you, it can make you incapable of utilizing your weapon form ever again.
Okay.
The second thing you remember is that you've seen that tired look in somebody's eyes before, but that person recovered from it because it wasn't as severe as whatever this kid has. And you're trying really hard to remember who that was, but that's what won't come up. You can't quite remember who it was that you saw had that look.
Alright.
Look, kid. I ain't gonna claim this is the only way out or whatever, but it's the easy way out, and I'm paid to offer it to you.
You know what? Fine.
Wait, I think I know who it was who suffered it. Anyway, continue.
Fine. I've got nothing left. I can't be held by anybody lest I lose my mind or risk dying anyways. I have no purpose. She took everything away from me. Just get it over with.
Oh, fuck! Soma's going to immediately rush down.
Well, this is gonna be a speed check.
Yes.
Douglas just like watches fucking Soma just like dash away. Just like
Arthur is going to say before he gets ready.
Uh-huh.
All right, kid. Close your eyes. Turn around.
If you're gonna do it, then be a man and do it while I'm looking you in the eye. Or are you not paid for that amount of decency?
Fine, kid. You want me to look you in the eye? He's gonna get ready to shoot.
So, yeah. Roll counter checks against each other.
Alright. For speed, I rolled
Don't do a speed check. Just do two, just counter roll to make it easier.
Straight
Uh-oh.
rolls?
Yeah, just do straight rolls against each other.
Uh, might be your lucky day.
I rolled a 16.
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
I was just Liam rolled a fucking nat 1.
Gun misfire?
Yeah, I rolled it.
Arthur is definitely hesitating.
Yeah. So you're like this kid is staring you in the eyes, and there's something about that tired, just absolutely hopeless gaze that just stuns you for a moment, and then you hear footsteps sprinting towards you.
Ah, shit.
Once Soma rounds the corner eventually, he seems extremely out of breath, and his mask begins to unravel, and he looks up, sort of wiping the blood off of his mouth. And I'm actually going to send Liam the
Yeah, go ahead.
redraw of Soma.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this is what you see. Soma redraw. I sent it over Discord.
Oh, shit.
And he yells out and he says, "Wait!"
I will also
damn it.
add there's a strange energy that radiates off of this kid. You noticed it before, but now it's like, it's not that he's in a dark alley with you, it's that you are in a dark alley with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he sort of like holds out his hand. He says, "Wait a second."
Arthur is now pointing the gun at you, and he says, "Kid, this doesn't have anything to do with you."
I won't stop you. I just need to ask the kid a question.
Oh, for fuck's sake. He looks over to the kid and says, "You willing to answer a few questions?"
Must you prolong this? He kind of just looks over his shoulder at you, and you get a dose of that. It's almost physically painful for you, Soma, the amount of absolute dejectedness on this kid's face.
Well, Soma's kind of used to physical
kinda
pain.
Can Douglas just like, he's just like, you know what, fuck it, and he like jumps out the window to like meet with Soma.
Gonna crash through the window?
Are you gonna break the
glad.
window?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you could've
Like,
just asked
open
Soma.
the window.
Okay,
try
so
to
he
open
opens
and
the
then-
window, and
You
then
could've
he
asked
jumps
Soma
up.
to-
So, out of nowhere, you hear feet hitting the concrete from behind you, Arthur. And there is now the other guy from before is standing behind you, and he looks rather menacing in a dark alley himself.
He's now pointing the gun at it. God damn it.
And Soma just looks at Douglas. He says, "You didn't need to do that. Now we both look like the threat."
I know, but I
Katya
have to
is,
fucking,
by
I
the
have
way,
to overlook
is
everything
sitting.
that you do, Soma, because you might
You
do
could-
some fucking stupid shit.
You could have just asked me to open my link on my earpiece.
Katya is sitting on the open windowsill now, waving her feet, like kicking her feet back and forth. Her eyes are still glowing purple.
Okay, anyway.
Do you want me to catch you, Katya?
She doesn't respond to you.
Do you want to come down?
It is not Katya you're talking to. I will remind you.
Or not Katya, but forgot her name.
Narcissa.
It's been so long. Narcissa.
Anyway, yeah.
Narcissa, do you want to catch you?
Why? I've got a perfectly good view from up here. Did you say Narcissa out loud? Actually, I don't think
No.
Arthur would know that name, so you're good.
Yeah, no,
I
he didn't
don't
say
think
that.
Arthur would.
Arthur wouldn't know. You're good.
So Soma looks at the boy and he says, "Those injuries, who gave them to you?"
He's panting out of breath.
Yeah.
Why does it fucking matter?
It matters very greatly to me. Burnout, isn't
Got
it?
them from my old Meister.
And what did she look like?
She was a really bitchy girl who thought she was better than everyone else.
Pink hair?
Bright pink hair. Always
Yep.
had it up in weird pigtails.
Pink scarf?
I like Douglas like whips around as soon as he hears that. He's like, "All right."
Let me
What
guess.
the-
Pink scarf, skirt.
Yeah.
What the fuck is it with people with pink hair showing up?
It's a long story. I'll get
It's a
into it
popular
later.
hair color. Katya says from above you.
It's more than that. Do you know where she is? I won't interrupt your whole thing going on. I'll let you carry on. Just, I have
No.
business.
And I fucking hope she isn't even alive anymore after what she did to us.
Well, to be fair, I'm kind of hunting her down so I can kill her, so you're in luck.
Great. Make
We
sure you
are.
make it painful.
I'll try my best.
She
I'm
shouldn't.
just like, as soon as he said he is, I'm like, I mean, I'm hunting her, and you're just along for the ride.
I'm also hunting her. I'm a part of your whole thing.
She's too dangerous to be left alive. And you see, for a minute, all that anger is gone, and there's actual, like, fear. Like, genuine fear, as he says this comment.
Oh, don't worry, we'll make it painful.
Good. One of us might have been a mistake. Maybe two at the most, but every single person that she hurt. I bet that kid she dragged off to America didn't even live.
He's alive.
Well, another one of us to join the suffering, I guess.
I'm not sure where he is right now, but he survived the tragedy of my old crew. Barely.
Good for
Our
him.
old crew.
That. Well, I'll implore you to carry on, but do you know anything of her last known location?
Bitch jumped a flight to America. I thought that would make me feel better. Like she's somewhere on the other side of the world, you know. But it
She
didn't.
came back here.
Yeah, she came
Are you
back.
kidding me?
That's why we're here.
Oh, just get it over with, man. He says, turning back to Arthur.
Okay, if you really want to die that badly, I won't stop you, but at least help me out a little bit before you die. Then
I
at least
don't
you'll be doing
know
some good.
what you want from me, asshole. Alright? Come to think of it, you remind me of her a lot. He squints at you.
A lot less.
Douglas, like in the background, kind of like laughs a little bit.
Douglas, you shut up. I'm hunting her down for... She stole my hair color.
I don't give a damn why you're hunting her down, as long as you fucking kill her.
Oh, I will. Before I get some answers from her. Well, carry on. I'll let you get your brain splattered all over the concrete if you want.
Hey, hang on, just a.
Hang on! Hold the phone!
Arthur is like rubbing his temples right now. Let me get this straight. Some pink-haired chick that looks like you, he points over at Soma, did this shit to you and a bunch of other people. And now I'm hunting you down.
Douglas is kind of like trying to think. He's like,
Something like that.
something like that.
So, I sort of recognized the damage to this boy. Well, if you want to get your paycheck and if you want to die, then I won't stop you. I just had to know some things.
I want my paycheck, but I've also got to ask, why? How and why?
How and why what?
Or what?
First of all, why is there somebody paying me to kill all these people that this one specific person hurt?
Wait,
Two,
what?
how does this person who's paying me know all these people?
You don't know your employer?
Well,
Kid, half the people who pay me I don't talk to face to face, especially when they're witches. But in this case, either way.
Douglas, to be fair, we don't even know our employer. We don't even get paid.
It's literally what I was
guys are
about to
getting
say.
paid.
You guys getting paid for this?
I mean, my payment is me living, so I mean that's pretty cool.
Well, my payment's
Actually,
information,
your
but-
payment was
That's
her
not
living.
payment, that's
Narcissist
hostage.
says.
That's a hostage situation.
Yeah, for her living, I mean, yeah.
Mine was information. I didn't need to join, but I chose to. Anyway, regardless, you're being hired to hunt down people that she has been in contact with.
I guess. I mean, I'm being hired to hunt down people who have what he has, and from the sounds of it, all those people have been interacting with her.
They're hiring you to clean up.
that's
the
so.
mess.
They're hiring me to clean up the mess, or they're doing some weird ritual bullshit, which is against the contract.
It's always against the contract, to be honest.
Everything is against the contract.
I've slowly realized recently that there is no such thing as a coincidence. So
Look, kid, I'll put you down if you want me to. All I'm saying is that there is a very high likelihood that whatever happens afterward ain't gonna be pretty for anybody.
Yeah.
oh fuck, Douglas, I don't think we should even be seen here.
You're right.
We got wrapped up in something. Can we ask John Doe to scrub the cameras of everywhere?
I don't know if you can. I mean, maybe you can do that.
Maybe.
Who
he
the
knows people.
fuck's John Doe?
Don't worry
Don't
about
worry
that.
about it.
Now I'm very worried about it, because now I'm pretty sure I'm in a goddamn conspiracy.
There's about 10 of
Selma,
those.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Don't worry about conspiracies. There's about like 30 of those going on around the entire world. Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. Have fun getting your brains blown out, by the way.
And have fun, Arthur, about your contract.
Hang on a second.
Uh-huh.
Hmm?
No, this is the problem now.
How so?
Whoever the hell's employing me is involved with you idiots.
From
Yeah,
what
well.
it seems like, yeah.
Yeah, not the same.
That's not very nice, you hear Katya say. Katya is now standing in front of you, in between you and the man staring up at your gun, and her eyes are not glowing anymore.
Ah, Jesus.
Katya, how'd you get down here?
What can I say? I got bored.
What can I say? Narcissus' voice goes through your head. She can be very persuasive.
Well, if you want to know more, feel free to contact us, and we may even hire you in order to. I mean, if we do hire you, we'll actually be able to give you some information. But
and more
you'll have-
drinks.
yeah, and more drinks. But you'll have to go through the man with the mask, not the one I was talking about earlier.
But
Different man with the mask.
Shut the fuck up, Selma.
God damn it.
There's a lot of people with masks. Okay, me saying that won't make any difference.
Alright, fine. Kid, still want to do this?
God, yes.
Katya, you should probably avert your eyes.
What are you talking about?
Just look away.
From
Hey, let's walk
what?
over here for a sec.
At what?
Let's walk over here for. Let's look at something real quick. I saw something cool.
What do you mean? Like something shiny?
Yeah, I saw something shiny.
Where?
Back over this way.
Okay.
I kind of hold her back and just kind of move her the opposite direction.
Katya's very interested in the shiny thing.
I'm assuming that Douglas is leading her, around the corner.
Yeah.
The second that they go around the corner, they're gonna hear a shot ring out.
I'll give a thumbs up.
Katya stops and turns.
Dad?
Do you
Yes.
need help cleaning up the mess at all, or should we just leave it?
Don't worry, we never leave any evidence behind.
Alright,
You hear
well,
footsteps running towards you. Very small footsteps.
I would,
Oh.
however, like to leave the kid in a more dignified position.
that's fair. Well, I'm gonna go get the camera scrubbed, so, if you need anything, any information, be sure to ring me
Douglas?
on the thing.
Roll speed check for me, because Katya is now bolting back around the corner.
19.
Match. So you two like round the corner at the same time, and she's like, Uncle Somi, are you okay? And you like manage to like, she looks, and it's like in the same second that you like I don't know what you're gonna do, like slap a hand over her face or something.
Her head and like pull her.
You're not sure if she saw anything or not.
Alright, well, I am not sure if I should be seen back here, but, you need help with the body? Putting it in a more dignified position?
He's picking the body up and slinging it over his shoulder, and he's just going to say, you know anywhere that's remote but not a gutter?
I know a place.
Alright, lead the way then.
Alright. Also, Douglas, do we have any contact with anyone that's, of a higher position than ours? Over the radio?
I don't know if he's over the radio.
Yeah, I don't want anyone seeing the cameras and seeing us involved with whatever the hell that was.
Is there cameras back here?
There's probably cameras around.
You look
Arthur
around.
would have tried to find a place where there weren't any.
You do not see any cameras in this alleyway.
Oh, okay. Cool. Excellent. Soma is going to look around the area, like the rooftops.
For what?
See if there's anyone watching.
Roll perception check.
Be right back.
That is a 17.
You do not see anybody, and it doesn't look like anything has been disturbed, like somebody, moving away.
Alright. Then, Soma is going to guide Pridwin, no, not Pridwin, fucking Arthur through the back streets to get back to the street where our home base is on.
Okay, this is gonna take you some time, considering you're carrying a body and you need to, keep him in the shadows and keep spying ahead. Douglas, are you guys going with them?
I'm gonna take Katya back to base.
Yeah, so you are carrying Katya, and Katya is not saying anything.
Soma's gonna go over the intercom and he's gonna say, Sadie, can you grab Sadie?
Grab Sadie?
Yeah, I think we left her in the bar.
Y'all did. Y'all left her in the bar.
Yeah, forgot about that. Yeah, I'll go grab her.
Okay.
You want me to bring her to you, or
Just bring
everyone
her
back to base?
everyone back to base. I'll deal with the hitman
Alright.
and the body.
Well, I go inside the bar and I try to find Sadie.
She is not difficult to find. She is actually having a conversation with the bartender. Katya, you're carrying her somehow, I'm assuming, and the bartender looks at you and he goes, so, is my little protege gonna be returning, or?
We will see about that. I will see about that.
Kinda need a definite answer, because I'm gonna have to hire one of these other guys, if not. You see he's on a data pad, and he's scrolling through some pictures of some people. There is a bright green hire button next to them.
For now, no.
Right, I'll just go with one of the usual guys then. He starts scrolling further.
Yo, Sadie, let's head back to base.
Oh,
Let's get out of here.
okay. She turns after you.
All right, I'm
And we
back.
just-
Welcome back. We're carrying
We
a
hit
dead
it.
body.
Yeah, checks out.
Yeah.
So, whichever ways you go, within the next couple of hours, all of you make it back to Kodo.
All right. So, is there any specific ritual with the body, or do we just leave it somewhere?
Usually I just leave it somewhere where it ain't too unpleasant.
That's fair. I could burn it if you want.
I don't. I mean, I guess that'd solve the problem.
All right, just carry it around back.
He's just going to take it wherever Stoma directs him to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's like, we had established there were like fields and kind of nothing surrounding this convenience store. So there's plenty of nothing for you to dump the body in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd take the body out to the field.
Yeah. All right. Well, since we aren't formally contracted as of now, you might want
bet.
to look away while I burn the body. Sensitive information.
You're telling me how you burn a body is sensitive information?
Yes.
Alright. He will turn around and cross his arms.
Soma will light the body ablaze.
Okay, you do so.
All right.
It's burning.
Yeah.
Douglas, you guys are standing near the convenience store. There's a fire, and Arthur and Soma are standing in front of the fire. And Kyoko, who is still behind the counter, goes, "Do I want to know what those idiots are doing?"
I didn't think they were gonna be over here. Okay. That's fine. No, it's nothing you need to worry about.
Great. Just make sure they clean up after themselves. She flips another page in her manga.
The fire does it for us. Once the body is fully burnt up, he's gonna look at Arthur and he's gonna say, "Long story."
Well, I guess you can tell it to me later.
All right. Question. Is your calendar free in 2 days?
What's Arthur's calendar looking like? When is he supposed to, like, I don't know, report the body and all that?
You kind of just have been doing it at your convenience. They did not give you a time constraint.
Well,
Not that you guys haven't
considering-
been doing things in a timely manner, but like they didn't like give you specific time constraints.
Well, considering I'm starting to have reservations about my current employer, I'd say I'm free.
All right. Well, I'm sure we can give you compensation for your work on Friday. We have a gig for you. Or at least I do. I think you could be helpful in it. Also, before you cut ties with your employers, you never saw me.
That's generally the means of operation.
Excellent. Well, I suppose I'll see you around and radio me when you're free.
I'll do that. Try to stay out of trouble. At least until then.
I will
He
try my
gives-
best.
He gives a pat on the shoulder to Soma and then heads off.
As you start heading off, you catch a glimpse of Douglas is standing there waiting near the front of the convenience store, and he's holding the kid, and the kid has this, 1,000-yard somber stare. She is not the bubbly 9-year-old you saw earlier this evening.
Well, if you we traumatized another kid.
She's been traumatized about 10 times already.
Holy shit, you're still next to me?
You just look down and Soma's there.
Alright, Soma's gonna walk back to the convenience store.
You guys are at the convenience store.
Alright, well, we've got the plan. We just need to wait 2 days, or I guess about a day and a half to enact it. So I guess we can just chill out until then.
You guys start heading back inside, saying or acknowledging Kyoko, rather, and then heading down into the back room, in the basement. You guys get down there, and immediately, Eliza rattles against your hip, Douglas.
Did you guys get Sadie, by the way?
Yeah, she came with.
Yeah, I got Sadie.
Oh, well.
You think something rattled at my leg?
Yeah, Eliza wants out of her sheath.
Oh, I pop open the case on the little sheath on my leg.
Immediately, Eliza frowns, and she's looking at Katya.
Yeah.
Katya's not saying it. She's not even moving. She's just letting you hold her. She's been dead silent. Also, Soma, Sadie approaches you, and she says, I may have caught us a break.
Oh?
When the bartender was asking if Katya was going to be working for them this weekend, Douglas told them no. So he started going through his recently hired extra hands on one of his tablets. I think I saw the person we're looking for.
Really? That is quite the lucky break.
There's a good chance he'll be back this weekend at that same spot.
Alright. Well, someone's gonna have to teach me how to do makeup.
Oh my god.
You're not dressing up as a girl.
I'm just saying, I'm exactly what they want. I'm a pink-haired demon.
God. So yeah, Sadie goes back to whatever she was doing before y'all left, and Eliza just kind of is crouched down in front of Katya, watching her worriedly.
Well, I can't think of anything else for us to do until the day passes and we get to do the mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
I think we should just get some rest.
yeah, some rest until Friday, I guess.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's nothing else you guys want to do, I'm gonna cut it.
Well, I was thinking just nothing else to do for the day, I guess. I was just thinking we can do the start of the mission we're planning and then...
Well, I mean, it's it's 10:30.
It's late for...
I have
I
to
remember
be
that,
up
yeah.
at 5:45 in the morning.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Alright,
So unless there's something you guys want to do, I am gonna call it.
there is
That's
one thing.
Okay.
Someone's gonna go into his inner room.
Okay. Not hard to do.
Yeah, he specifically wants to replicate what he did last time that he contacted his sister.
Oh god, it's been a hot minute since you did that. God damn, I don't even remember what you did to initiate that.
I pulled a picture that looked out of place. It was a castle.
Gotcha. Okay. So roll me a d20 as you're looking at your, all the stuff hanging in your lightroom.
Alright. That is a 17.
there is a picture that's out of place, but it's not the castle.
No.
It looks like a forest, maybe? It's very dark and eerie, and it gives off a sense of foreboding.
He takes it.
You take the picture, and it starts to happen again. Like you're starting to be transported there, and then there's almost an electric shock that runs through you, and suddenly you are ripped back into your inner room. You hear a very firm word. You don't know where it comes from. It just exists around you. No.
Well, shit, she doesn't get to tell me what to do. He's gonna try one more time.
Would you like to roll perception one more time?
Yes. Let's Google Docs. Okay. That is a natural 20.
Okay. As you think you're gonna do this again, the picture in your hand, there's a searing white light that suddenly emits from the picture itself, and it seems to be burning the very image away. Almost like when you introduce light to a picture that isn't ready yet. The picture is being burned away, and you hear the word again. No. But it's not Rika's voice.
Light. Forest. He's going to leave his room.
You leave your room.
Douglas,
Yes.
do you know of any forests that are especially nearby in this city?
Douglas, you don't know shit about Japan.
Then he's going to go on the computer.
Yeah, I would know anything.
He's going to go on the computer, and he's going to go on the maps.
I mean, I could probably find a forest pretty damn easily using my abilities.
That's why I asked, but maps will do. He's going to go on satellite mode, and he's going to look around for a forest.
Why are you looking for a forest?
You
Because-
look for forests. Let's see what comes up on Google when you...
I know that in the area that we're around, there is a forest about northeast.
So here's what happens. When you start looking for stuff, you get a website that is called The Most Popular Forests and Mountains in Tokyo.
Alright.
This is the list. Number 1 is Mount Fuji. Number 2... Sorry, I'm actually following the list. Is Mount Takao, like Takao. The third is Aokigahara. The fourth is Oakudni. The fifth is Oyama. The sixth is Kaujiro Nomori. The seventh is Iro Hazakaru. And the eighth is Kirifuri Highland. Oh, there's more. The ninth is Hadosan. That's a mountain. And the 10th is a really, really long name that I can't pronounce, and I promise you it's not the right one.
Alright. Well.
I can promise you it's not the right one.
Well, honestly, I might go with Fuji, but let me explain what just happened. Remember how I told you about that time that I accidentally contacted my sister in my inner room?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, the one who was evil and stole
Yeah.
Amaishi's eyeball.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I tried doing that again,
Okay.
but it wasn't Rika this time, and it was in a forest. And she also burnt my photo with light.
Huh. Okay.
And do you know who has a especially high affinity for light?
I know who you're talking about, but I cannot remember her name for whatever reason.
My sister, my other one,
Yeah. Well, yeah. I
the one
know,
we're
but-
hunting down.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know, but. 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 Yeah. Well, I know I'm bad with the names.
Well, my theory is that she's currently in a forest somewhere in Japan.
I could probably do something about that. I could probably find things in a forest if I talk to it.
You can.
I will
Maybe.
specify, Douglas, you will have to be in a specific forest to talk to the plants and trees there.
That's why we will get a car.
You can drive.
Just so we can get to each forest faster.
You guys have a vehicle here, by the way. You came in a vehicle.
Right.
Yeah, Douglas doesn't know how to drive for shit though, so.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
I can always teleport us if Eliza's cool with it.
Eliza
That would
is
fit.
not paying any attention to you.
That would take a lot of energy.
Yeah, it would.
Japan's pretty big. Rather waste oil than fighting power.
Fair.
Alright, well that's all I wanted to do.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there anything else?
No, I'm pretty satisfied.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Yeah.